time to go viral. I'm homicidal, I'm killing all my rivals. I'm the man, shit, I put that on the Bible. I Spotify my target, cause you know I got the title. Hey, I'm a Mac too. I told baby shake that ass like she Apple. She said it's real, so she got my name tattooed. House full, so I hit it in the back room. Oh, baby said she needed now, peep the urgency. I want a little Kim before she had the surgery. Leg spread on that hardcore poster. She love twerking, she just do it for the coach. Big dog, bull massive. 6 tray Chevrolet, I'm classic. All these niggas mad at me, that's tragic. The main bitch in the bed, that's graphic. Yeah, we about to go viral. Hey, we about to go.
We had everybody at the crib. We got it's good.
We good. 2 hours and 34 minutes. Look, I look. Turn this up, viral.
Yeah, we in the building.
What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? We back with another one. This ain't that other one. If you're new here, let me tell you what to do here. Hit the like button, hit the hype button, tell a friend to tell a friend, leave a comment, join the discussion, because the discussion is what makes the movement move. Shout out to all my black people worldwide, man. B1, FBA, all my Caribbeans, all my Africans, everybody. Y'all know what's going on, man. Black Flag Movement, that's what we on. Your host that do the most, Mr. Viral himself, aka the villain. Because they hate me for my pen. We got the whole squad in the building, man.
Yes, sir.
You already know.
Sir, man. Messiah the Great, we're here to lead the way, man. Let's go. Philly strong. Y'all see what the fuck going on. Dallas, you niggas is cooked. It's over for you niggas. Eliminated once again. I never want to hear no more Dallas talk, man. Green things mean things. Green things, more cream.
Rams Nation, y'all know what's going on, man. It's finna be an LA Super Bowl, so y'all be on the lookout. He got that BS memorabilia.
Bucks playing.
As of right now, we winning, and we still number one in the division. We playoff bound, baby.
Garbino.
I ain't worried about it, though. Hey, listen,
Basura.
hey, look, put it like this. Show from the east side to the east side. I got a bet saying that we got the NFC South Championship. I bet that at the beginning of the season. If it pay out, it's a few extra dollars on me. That's all I'm going to
Basura.
But they division so easy. Ain't
It
y'all
don't
like,
matter.
Like
It don't-
6 and 7.
it don't matter.
A nigga can go in there with a losing record. Is crazy.
It don't
work.
even matter,
Who y'all
bro.
playing right now?
Right now, we're playing the Carolina Kitty Cats.
Basura.
The Panthers might get on you.
Yeah, hey, listen, hold on. Y'all barely beat the fucking Redskins,
We won
bro.
by more than 2 touchdowns.
Y'all was struggling in the first half, though. Y'all was looking like Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. Hey, in the fight.
Hold on by the ankles.
Hold on by the ankles.
For one, we know how division games go.
Exactly.
And for two, all that don't matter. We came out with the W. Saquon did his thing. Shout out to Philly Nation. Shout out to all my Philly brothers out there in Philly. Y'all know what time it is. We tripping. BTA.
Hey, I'm going to tell you this. Tampa Bay strong, Tampa Bay long. Red flag, rep it till I die, baby. You already know.
You hear this nigga?
Oh, God. Okay. Hey, you know what? Hey, every episode, hey, you know what? You got me.
Wait, yeah.
You hear this nigga?
We gotta run that back.
God damn.
Hey, so this is why.
Short is crazy.
Hey, this is why the viral way needs to grow up, bro.
Yeah.
I swear, every episode somebody gets caught.
You know what's crazy? I wasn't even always doing that, and then niggas be on me
They
so
brought it
much.
to the light.
It's like now I got to get my get back.
Damn,
Hey, it's cool.
sure.
Somebody gonna get caught slipping
He
this
would have
episode.
lost his mind if you'd heard you say that. On that last episode we just did with old boy, that nigga went crazy on me about anything. I'm like, these niggas, wow, bro.
It's ugly.
Like,
What's going on, Kylie, man?
You
What's
gotta be
happening?
careful. You gotta be careful out here in these streets, man. When you're
Man,
saying,
that's
when you're
it.
talking, they'll get to you. Pause
That's it.
anything. I seen
Right.
Ghostface Killer talking about that on Rory and Maul's podcast. Like, I'm not really a fan of pause because shit, everything I say, niggas be pausing. So fuck it. Like
Everything can be plausible that you
that's-
say.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
how I be looking at it too, because for the most part, why your mind keep going there
Boom.
every time.
I'm
So
gonna keep it
that's
exact.
the
I'm gonna
thing.
tell you that, man. Our mindset don't even compute that type of information. But when you're around certain type of weirdos, and I ain't saying everybody's a weirdo, but like I'm not even playing like that. So for you to even kind of play with me like that, I already kind of like be feeling like, all right, man. But amongst us, it's cool. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think it's jokes. I think it's jokes for the most part. I think some people take it
It's jokes.
too far.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day too, we had little sayings and shit or
You
whatever.
had the no homo.
Yeah,
like,
you
yeah,
had
certain
people who
things,
just
yeah.
overdid it. You like, okay, you overdoing it.
Like I
But-
said, certain things, again, like not to bring it up, but man, that time you was like, dang, Michael B. Jordan is big. Like, certain things is kind of like, you trying to throw it on you? Hey, certain things you
Hey, this
kind
nigga's crazy.
had to get it off of me real quick.
Like, nigga, you said some crazy shit
Hey,
before.
I had to get it off of me real quick.
that's
But no,
crazy.
but you know what I'm saying? Like with the like pause thing though, man, it's funny at times, but sometimes it does kind of irritate me because I'll be like, bro,
You can't say nothing.
yeah, like, God damn, grow up, man.
Hey, look, I got a question before we get into the topics, right? We was talking about it before we got on camera. Would you discipline your kids on their birthday?
Oh man, I'll go first.
My son birthday just passed, right? He had a big party. Like 20 kids come over. Boom, me and my girl, we leave to go get the food for the kids. We come back, whole living room full of water. Floor, carpet, everything. I hear them when I'm coming up with the pizza. Oh, here they come, here they come. They got towels down, wiping the floor. So I'm asking my son, I'm like, man, what's going on? Mind you, he's the aura king. He the most popular kid at the school, all that, right? He got the birds is here, all the little, the young women is here.
Oh, they about to kill him in the comment.
Yeah, they got the group chat. I'm seeing in the group chat, I'm finna get this one, you get that one, you get that one. Boom, I come up, I holler at him. I'm like, hey, what's going on up in here? And he kind of like, you could tell he don't want me to say nothing. Like, he's like, oh, nothing, I got it. I'm like, nah, like, what are y'all doing? Like, why is all this water on my floor?
Before context matters, how old are the kids?
15. He just turned 15. So they all high school.
Hey, bro, that's a good age, man. 15, bro.
So I'm asking him, and he's steady not saying nothing. I just want him to tell me what happened so I can tell him, like, hey, don't do that dumb shit again. He's not saying nothing. So I don't grab him up, but I grab him. I'm like, hey, like, what happened? And he like, still not saying that. So I'm like, all right, I remember where I'm at. I remember what day it is. I'm like, hey, come holler at me. Take him downstairs. We go outside. Tell me what happened. I guess they was playing the, you fill your mouth full of water and see who could laugh the last. Make each other laugh. He's covered in water, mind you. So it looked like they dumped water on him. Like, oh, the birthday boy. So I'm like, all right. Look, bro, it's your birthday. You can do what you do. I ain't tripping off no challenge. But we got a whole balcony you could have did that on. And you could have just went in front of the house. Like, clean the water up. Don't do that again. You feel me? Like, it's your birthday, but that don't excuse you from responsibility. You know what I'm saying? This your house at the end of the day. If they F your house up, they got to go home. They get to go home to their house, and your house is still effed up. You got to deal with it. So they following your lead. So you got to be the leader and make them respect your house. Because at the end of the day, they still got to respect where you live at, and as well do you. So boom, I holler at him. Then I go holler at the kids because they all in the garage huddled up. So I'm like, hey, check this out. Mind you, he go to like a majority white school. So a lot of his friends is white, Asian, makes it look like the damn United Nations. You know what I'm saying up in here? And where I live at, a lot of these parents, for context, they don't discipline their kids.
Oh.
They buy drinks for their kids. So when they go to the parties, their parents are supplying alcohol for the high schoolers and all that. Like, this is how this little small community is. There's no rules. Kids ruled. I didn't have parents bring their kids by my house at 2 in to TP my house. I track the location down through Snapchat, and the parents like, oh, that's what we do over here. So these kids have no discipline. So I holler at all the kids. I just let them know, like, hey, if you wouldn't do this at your house in front of your parents, they'll come to my house, blah, blah, blah. Give them the speech. Okay, my house, still your house. Go enjoy yourself. All the girls terrified, they leave. All his homies stay.
Angry black man.
So he's sad.
This is what I was about to say. Say it how you really said it.
Hey, because you're not calm.
You sit here calm and shit like that.
Exactly. He trying to be enlightenment for the camera, but we already know. Hey, y'all little bitches, y'all probably was over here.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I was very calm. You can even ask.
Calm.
Even ask Rose, bro.
Listen.
Listen.
Went nuts. This how I know he went nuts, because this is why my nephew didn't respond, because he already knew what was about to transpire, or he felt like he knew. Even if you didn't react like that, he's already like, damn, it's a wrap.
I promise you I wasn't. And I said, look, before y'all go up here, check this out. Y'all welcome here. I know all of y'all smart because I know what school y'all go to. Y'all go to a nice school, and I know y'all smart. And I know y'all know better. Y'all old enough to know better. Don't come to my house doing no dumb shit. I said, don't do nothing you wouldn't do at your house in front of your parents. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking their parents probably don't even give a fuck. But I know they don't get talked to like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, look, don't do no dumb shit. Y'all welcome here. There's food upstairs. Y'all can go eat. Long story short, that's basically how I laid it out. I'm like 10 minutes later, he on the stairs, eyes red and shit. I'm like, what's going on, bro? You got a whole party downstairs. What is you doing here? He not saying nothing. Come to find out, all the girls leave. I don't find that out till like 30 minutes later. Guess one of them called their mom and got on. So was I in the wrong, or what y'all feel?
Essentially, to me, he gonna always feel like you ruined that moment, his birthday for him. Regardless. If it was me, maybe I don't, like you said, I don't got it. So I probably would have been a little more lenient knowing him. If you didn't set the ground rules for them kids when they got there, it's hard to necessarily blame them. Like you said, they following your son lead. They probably feel like they gonna do whatever he wants to do. And at the same time, snatching him up, probably embarrass the fuck out of him. You know how we as kids never want to be embarrassed in front of a whole group of people. Now they finna be talking about that at school and everything else. He gonna have to lay that down. So he's already thinking about that. The females ain't never gonna want to come over here again. So I'm necessarily not saying you wrong. Cuz gonna go there do all
Man,
this.
I,
And go
like,
nuts.
nigga,
This nigga
like,
crazy.
I swear.
Cuz, like,
And that's the shit why Cash probably was mad because you do
Yeah.
weird shit at the wrong time.
Yeah,
my nigga.
exactly. Like, that's
Where's your
crazy.
emotional intelligence at,
bro,
bro?
this nigga wanna make, he gonna ask questions, he gonna make all this damn noise. Fuck pans and shit. You was wrong, nigga. It's Cub's birthday. He turned 15 once. Leave it alone. Not wrong for checking him, but wrong for snatching him up in front of his friends. And wrong, even holler. You could have hollered at all of them, but that should have been the talk before everything even went down. You know how your kid is. At the end of the day, I would have you should have made him get consequences like moving forward.
Go ahead,
after
Colin.
this.
I'm gonna be honest, cause I done been tripped on. Cause I done been that same kid with all the homies over. We
You got tripped on your birthday?
Not on my birthday, but niggas just been doing bullshit. You push a nigga, boom, now it's a hole in the wall. Pops come in tripping, or my granny come in tripping. Everybody leave. Niggas get
We ain't talking
embarrassed.
about regular days. We talking about your birthday.
But even in the instance, this is what I'll say is that to me it's a tough situation because it's your house, and so us as kids we know because I'm not too far removed from that. I understand
Damn,
it.
Colin makes it like you just turned
No,
21.
but I'm just
Damn.
saying as in like it's not that far away where like you're competent, you know what you are doing, and you know that more than likely the situation that you're about to embark on is not a good situation. A lot of times we are like, you know what, fuck it, it's my day or whatever. We young, we gonna do what we gonna do. And hopefully, you know, shit just turns out the way it turns out. Kids are not thinking that far ahead. We be knowing that shit might be wrong, but it's like, fuck it, everybody's here. Am I gonna be the party pooper? No, let's just have fun. It's not that serious. The parent is thinking, this is, again, I pay for this shit. This is my home. You're not respecting it. Kids are not having that foresight.
Kyler,
So
we talking about water.
but it's the principle of it though.
Hold on,
is
you
that-
you know how
so-
big that rug is in the living room.
Nah,
Like,
I-
that
I-
whole
I know
rug.
when I walked in there,
was
I
soaked.
was like,
I'm not.
damn,
Hold
what the
on.
fuck happened?
Let me just finish my point. It's. I'm not saying how you did necessarily what you did was okay, but I can understand both sides. I think at the end of the day, if you feel like you overstepped and you feel like, even if you didn't, if you feel like he's affected by it, then obviously I think that's something that there's a conversation that should be had. But at the end of the day, this will be something that is over with.
And let me keep
it's
it
not gonna
100.
be. It's not gonna be a forever thing.
Let me keep it on. I didn't snatch him up. I sort of like grabbed his shirt and pulled him
I feel you
close.
clean it up for the camera.
So I'm like, no. Now listen, you can, bro. You know me.
Listen,
you
I know, and that's- and-
Listen, usually I'm spazzing.
I understand.
I kept it as calm as I could. The only reason I grabbed this shirt is because I'm constantly, repeatedly asking, and you're not saying anything. Just say, we played the game, blah, blah, blah. Okay, y'all clean this up. Party continued. I'm going to holler at you outside, let you know, hey, bro, you crossing boundaries. I know it's your day, but hey, let's keep the conversation. Because y'all know Cash.
To me, I'm not, and I agree, but I know Cash and I know you. So this, for me, it's not even a right or wrong thing. I'm not saying you wrong at all. I'm just saying of evaluating the situation. And I'm thinking in the context of if you have memories in your life, he's going to remember his birthday for the rest of his life at that age. You only turn 15 once. So that's my whole thing. I would have said you could have just put him to the side like you did do. Holla at him. Cash, you know you in trouble. Go enjoy yourself for the rest of the night. But I'm going to holla at you in the morning. We're going to have to discuss whatever moving forward. In my opinion, I'm not saying you did nothing wrong, but he's just feeling like he's super embarrassed. You know how Cud gets. So.
Yeah, his aura was definitely what they call it, aura
broke his
farming.
spirit.
Yeah, it was hurt. But I'm gonna
So-
keep it 100. It wasn't with the intention of that because I
The
can
shot.
talk about them leaving because, like I said, it was majority white and Asian girls, and they left, but his homies stayed. So I'm gonna let Short get his
Yeah.
monologue in. And
No,
then
go ahead. No. All right, so look, I'm gonna say this, bro. Let's give context because I understand you and I are both fathers, Black, heterosexual, and head of household. So context-wise, the way we parent as typically as Black fathers is totally different from other, I'll say ethnicity. Maybe Hispanics kind of are in the same similar ranking as us of how we typically talk and discipline our children, especially our boys. So let's keep this in context. You did what you're supposed to do, bro. You actually provided a safe environment for your child to have a party. Understand that you didn't set the boundaries, but you assume at the age of 15, he would have known better for them not to wet up the carpet, whatever the case may be. So typically in the household, when there is a Black father, we're typically the disciplinary. At the end of the day, not saying all fathers are, but most of the time when it comes to Black fathers, we are the disciplinary. So it falls on you. Moms are typically the ones that nurture, and show that empathy of like, okay, well, we're going to talk about it, how we fix it, woo-woo. But at that time, they do need to understand that correction. And for every action, there is a reaction. So you may have ruined his quote unquote 15th birthday, but let's just be real. We speaking life into the situation. He's going to have plenty more prosperous birthdays. You know how I feel about the big generational birthday. You already know how I feel about
but
birthdays.
how you feel about that? And not to cut you off, it's more so, to me, it's like, I don't think everybody looks at it like that. I just look at it like, you got to think about when we was 15.
No,
if I was 15, this is why I have some grace for him, because they're nothing like how we was at 15. 15 cheeks would have been there getting clapped. So all that, everything else, that's why I'm like over the water. I'm frustrated over it. I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, I know my nephew. I know how things affect him, and I know that's gonna sit with him for a while, which in turn can affect the outcome of their relationship.
And so what I'm saying is, again, how Viral handled this situation was perfectly fine. He hollered at him downstairs. He grabbed him and talked to him. The initial of not saying anything that's what I can understand where irritated Viral. Hey, bro, what happened? And you not saying nothing at all, and I'm looking at the house, and y'all coming in clean up at the last minute, so y'all know y'all was doing this until I got there. It wasn't like y'all wet the carpet one good time. It's like, all right, bro, let's clean up before they get there and play it off. We could say something spilled on the ground. It was a constant thing going on now. Now the carpet is soaked. Again, that's a big area rug. So again, now you treating my house as if it's a play zone or something like that. So we got to create these boundaries. Unfortunately, it landed on his birthday, but I'm pretty sure he will never do it again. I'm pretty sure Viral apologized to his son. Like, listen, you know I love you, bro, whatever the case may be, but you know we can't do that. This is where we live. This is where we pay the mortgage at, yada, yada, yada. Don't allow this to happen again. And I'm pretty sure his son apologized. You know what, Dad, I was probably in the wrong. I should have kept control of my friends. You know what I'm saying? On my end, they can move on from it, learn from it. And now moving forward, when he turns 16, I bet you it won't even happen again, because now he understands how his father expects his household and how his son is expected to his friends to treat the home when he's not present. He's trusting you to leave you home alone with your friends.
And just one more thing, like the difference of boys with no dad and boys with a dad, like a lot of boys will be like, man, my pops is overbearing or he's extra, right? You might, as a pops, react a certain way. But what I'll say from having a pops is that, like, when you get older, you understand why those things were overreacted. And a lot of boys who don't have that overreaction, the nigga who's doing whatever and running around and talking however you want to, you know what I mean?
Very feminine.
Them is the niggas that going nowhere fast, unfortunately. Not all of them, because some of us, you know, we grow up and we change, but sometimes, again, as long as there's because as humans, we gonna fuck up. As men, we're gonna fuck up. Niggas didn't always grow with dads or whatever it is, and so you're not the best parent. There is, my pops always, there's no instructions. Kids don't come with instructions.
But it's a luxury of
But
having
I'm just saying,
correction.
like,
But look, Kali,
I don't know the situation for sure, so I don't want to.
I don't know the situation either.
Yeah.
But you don't, like, for me, if I see my brother mad, it's normal to me. My nephew, aggression in certain things, he didn't grow up how we grew up in certain things. So for when them type of kids see a certain thing, he might not be aware. Him, in his mind, I might be on 2.
But the reason
that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. In his mind, I might be on 2. I'm not mad. But to them, they're spooked. 10. They're thinking it's something else. Then he already come in there, he sized up. They already think a certain way. Ain't no telling what type of things that he talks about. So I'm just saying in the sense of that awareness.
And you right.
So
I'm just saying it's a luxury to have I'm just saying this. It could be worse. If Viral was a deadbeat dad, he wouldn't even be having a party. He wouldn't even be having the luxury of having friends over and whatever the case may be. Not trying to downplay your BMs or nothing like that, but let's just be real, bro. You the better parent though. No, I'm gassing up black fathers. So real talk. He wouldn't even have this luxury though. What I'm saying is this is a luxury, and all it is a learning lesson. You didn't do nothing wrong. All you did was correct the young man, because you rather correct them than let the streets correct them or the police correct them. Again, it's coming from a place of love from you.
For sure. And I'm going to keep it 100. This is where the race thing kicks in to me. Because let's say this is a party full of young black girls. They used to this. They used to the black man, how we talk, how we operate. They got uncles, brothers.
Of course.
So to them, they like,
he
All
just
right,
tripping. He could be all right.
party
Yeah,
continue.
yeah,
They
yeah,
not,
yeah.
oh mom, yeah, can you come pick us up
They'll
right now?
start cleaning up. They'll start
Yeah.
cleaning up. And
Nah,
like,
because you know us as
They
kids,
gonna help you
know
clean
us
up.
as kids,
They're
we
like,
probably would have clowned,
Yeah, like,
clowned
well,
the
he finna
birthday
get it.
person,
Yeah.
but we'd have laughed it off and went right back to, like you said,
exactly.
regular
Right
programming.
back to
the
the after
party.
we cleaned up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So that conversation I low key gotta have with him. I didn't have with him at the time. I did have another convo with him in the morning where I spoke to him because, like I said, I know Cash out of all the kids in my house, he's the easiest. He's the most consistent with his attitude. Like nothing bothers him. He's a minimalist. He don't care about nothing. He just want to play the game, work out, play sports. So to see him sad did fuck me up because I never see him sad. He never sad. Cash is the life of the party. But then I had to really think like, nah, he needed to be checked at that time. Like, bro, know better. He know better, bro. Don't let the
because you set
power
a standard for your son,
of the
fam.
influence of the
Yeah.
crowd dictate your actions, bro, because they following you. You the leader. So you got to set the tone. And I'm like, listen, bro, you notice all your male friends, they stayed. They took the verbal lashing, they stayed, and they try to make your party better, make you feel better, start wrestling with you. All the females left, and they left on their own. I didn't tell them to leave. I told them they was welcome. So you really got to analyze,
Your friends.
maybe who your friend circle.
And
you
to
hanging
answer
with.
your question earlier, have I ever disciplined a child on their birthday? No, but I have disciplined a child for Christmas, where, if y'all know, when kids get their final report card grades, it's around Christmas break. So it was a F in a, I'm going to say this, it was an F in a subject I know they should have passed. You dig what I'm saying? It wasn't like English, math, or it was
Hey, how
like,
you feel at PE?
or something,
How
yeah.
you feel at PE? The fuck is you doing?
You really want to know, bro? Man, it was art.
Oh, yeah.
It was art. And it was an elective that they picked.
Art
You
is,
dig-
art is possible to fail.
Yeah.
It depends on what they
Time
ask.
out. Time out.
If you
Time
get-
out. Time out. Time
Or
out.
like
Time out. Time out. Time out.
ceramics.
Hold on.
Depends
You
on
get a
what
fucked up
they want you
teacher?
to draw.
Hold on.
I had an art teacher tell me draw some crazy
Crazy.
shit.
No,
Like,
listen.
what is this
Even
shit?
making
So when
shit
you
up
let
for
them
class,
so-
something, what they had to do?
Hold on, no,
shit
no,
be
no,
crazy in
no,
that
no,
art
y'all
class.
know, because y'all about to make me sound like a bad parent.
No, you
When
can't
you
jump
pick
in on the art
electives,
class.
no, when you pick electives, it's your decision of what you want to pick, though, correct?
You see somebody do some fly
when
shit
you-
in art
no,
class,
no,
I
no.
can't do that shit.
You just said you're not that far removed.
I think
when you're in
was it
high
based
school
off
and
of
middle
the-
school,
Art because
middle
it's
school,
like art
listen, when
class.
you're
got
in
this
middle
Van
school
Gogh
and high school,
painting.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep it
exactly.
G with you. You can pick your elective. You can pick foreign language, art,
Yeah, ceramics, stuff
music.
like
But
that.
you might
Ceramic
not know-
auto-
you might
auto
think-
body.
But you might think art was easy.
And
yeah.
not knowing what you picking, like, here
All
goes
right.
Van Gogh
Once
painting.
I-
It,
But I'ma
it
tell you-
depends on the teacher because, like, again,
All right, we digressing.
Are
My
we?
point is this.
Yeah, get to your point.
The point was this, bro. The art project could have been done, helped, and whatever the case may be, you chose not to do it at all.
yeah, that's
You
fine.
dig what I'm saying? Y'all just jumped to conclusion. They chose not to do it at
Nah,
all.
because that's when you realize, like, you doubting yourself. Like, I can't do this. I'm gonna look
Yes.
stupid trying to create
I
something.
get what you saying.
I
At
know.
least,
They
at least
didn't
put
do
the
it at
effort in.
all.
Yeah, not doing it at all is not
and
an
not
option.
turning nothing in and playing as if you passing until
Yeah,
the
that's
report
not an
card come in the mail. So what I did was, this gift that you just got for Christmas, run me that back until this grade come up the following semester,
Yeah.
or you got to go to winter session or whatever the case may be. Yeah, that's when you'll get it back. Until then, it's gonna be sitting right here. Now every time you walk past the room, you can't touch it.
What was the
There's nothing wrong with
project?
that.
What was the art project?
It was something where they had to draw like different type of fishes, and they could have used trace stencils, all type of stuff you can get at like Michael's or one of the little craft stores, right? And they chose not to do it at all.
Damn.
At all.
But that's a little different.
So that's why
that's
I'm all
different.
like, bro, what that? So when we called in, the teacher was like, yeah, they never turned in the project. And if they would have gave you a C for just turning it in.
But I knew kids who got their phone taken. You got bad grades. Give me the phone. You know, like
No, but I'm
that's-
talking about
that's
this was
cool.
Christmas. Like once,
Yeah, even then, that's
I was
cool.
like, no,
Like,
run me all that back. It was the bare minimum at that point.
If you
I
do
think
something
it don't
bad,
matter.
if you do something bad, you're getting this.
It's consequence. Every action is a
Yeah,
reaction.
It's very
I'm like
simple.
over that. Oh, it's the holiday. I'm gonna give you a pass thing. It's like, nah,
Very
you know
simple.
better, bro. Because now I'm building I'm building a culture of what holiday here. I could turn up,
I'm
fuck
letting
up,
you
do
slide,
anything.
yeah. I'm
Nah,
still
you need
get
to
it.
know this still a regular day, bro. Yeah, we gonna celebrate you because this is the day you was born. We gonna give you the party and all that. But bro, keep your self in check though. You feel me?
Always.
So yeah, I just I'm trying to find the right time to have that conversation because he's on that route to the star athlete. Like he was a freshman and got pulled up to the varsity,
Come
and they
on.
went damn near all the way to the entire
But he was
championship.
already going to have that sense of entitlement because let's just be real. You going to the 10th grade on VAR, homie, that's big. That's a big deal. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So
all
Like,
the little
even-
girls,
it's
they
gonna be
already
chasing him.
seeing that.
And then the
Yeah.
teacher's gonna be more inclined to pass him. You know what I mean? He's already gonna have that like, all right, easy road. So at some point, somebody got to show him the real. Like, look, bro, all this can be taken from you. You still got to do the work. You
But
still have a standard about
the
yourself.
way
don't-
athletes are getting targeted by the other races of women, and we've seen how many careers have been ruined.
Have you had that talk?
You don't want to plague his mind. Like, don't talk to other races of women. You know, you can't help who you attracted to, and you can't help who you around. If you at a PWI star athlete, of course they're coming. But at the same time, you do want to still instill that blackness in them, but it's tough when it ain't that many blacks around.
Have you had that conversation with him though?
Slightly, not like super in depth.
That's neglect on your end.
No,
You should-
I've had it, but not to the point where I was like, hey, you gotta date a black woman. You gotta have kids with a black
No,
woman.
just
Like,
have
I gotta break down the importance of
He needs to
the
understand and
gene.
see
Like, listen,
examples.
the bloodline. I gotta show them, these athletes, this was happening, this was going on, this the climate of the world. You see Shannon Sharp, you see all these other athletes getting targeted by these white OnlyFans bitches, and
But right now,
this was going
So
on.
teaching him to be more careful.
Yeah,
then
but right now during the Christmas break, this is the time to have a conversation with him. He got the time on his end. This is the time he can research it, look into it. You know what I'm saying?
For
Understand
sure.
the Jack Johnson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You get what I'm
exactly.
saying? We can start in going down that road.
And
But-
I'm gonna go back to that, and I'm gonna leave it right here. I'm gonna leave it alone. The only thing I think about, far as when it comes to those things of everything should be checked, like you said in that moment. Don't let it pass. But at the same time, I think you have to be aware of how your kids are feeling in those moments, because that can make or break their confidence in things moving forward. So I just think that's more so being aware of, because we know a lot of times as a youth, that's when the things are embedded in you. That's gonna be with you forever.
That's what
So,
you're gonna
yeah.
lean on when you become an adult, when all else fails.
How you react to
Exactly.
situations, how you do certain
what my
things.
father or
So,
my mother
yeah.
taught me. Yeah, for
that's
sure.
why I talked to him in the morning, and I could tell after the talk he felt better about it once he reanalyzed it. Because in the moment you're not trying to hear nothing.
No,
the
man.
hoes gone. The homies is like, damn, cuz you feel
Daddy
me? I ran the
tripping.
hoes off. So
Yeah.
in the moment he wasn't hearing it, but the next day I think he took it the right way. You feel me? Made him feel better. So
Man, Cash couldn't get no
Parenting
ass
ain't
for his,
easy.
for his 15th birthday. Terrible father. he
Parent-
got the floor wet, couldn't get wet himself. Man, you a terrible dad.
hey, parenting ain't easy, boy.
God,
I
that
tell
shit all
you that.
mapped out.
Man,
Plans
had all
all
right.
right.
Hey,
plans
my
whooped
daddy go to
out.
bed.
Soon as
at
they go,
10
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Hey, my daddy
They
go
was
to bed
sleep,
at
you know.
10:01.
Yeah.
Trust me, at 10:05, I done snuck and took the car before he
Hey, if he would have had a few bonquishes in there, that would have been all right. You feel me? 'Cause
Hey.
they ain't leaving, nigga.
No, they ain't leave.
I'll tell you that, nigga. They done
And
woke.
then they come in here, they be like, what? Y'all live? Oh, yeah. shit.
Exactly.
For them to leave, Cuz had to go nuts.
Yeah.
Listen, I promise
Sure,
you.
you know, Cuz went
Hey,
nuts.
on inside with the
I promise you, I took it as light. Even Rose was like, I couldn't believe how calm you were. So for them to leave, you could tell their parents don't talk
It's
to
just-
them at all. And if you live in the area I live in, I'm telling you, the kids run the parents.
Nah, they wild as hell.
And
The kids run the
let's
parents.
just keep it 100. Hoes be fickle. If the vibe gets thrown off a bit, they're gone.
They're
For those, It's
gone.
like they're here.
I
today.
mean,
They're here today, going tomorrow. You could try to keep them around, but if something go wrong,
some be determined though. Some be like, shit, I'm here to get this off.
I'm just
Fact.
saying, if one say, okay, let's go, then
Yeah, I feel you.
the other
They
one
just
say,
not-
But they
it's
young, though,
over
so
with.
I
It
understand.
don't really got nothing to do with
what
it.
they could have doctored up the situation if they had a little more sauce. It'd have been like, man, he tripped out, but we good for the rest of the night. Like, or
Yeah.
something, they could have fixed that.
But not even that though.
But,
The fact that they were still constantly doing the challenge, knowing that it was getting out of hand, they were like, look.
But you're not thinking that when you low key having fun. You like, you not short. You not thinking that, bro.
you not, and they probably be like, well, my parents don't care. We can do anything.
Yeah, and you probably feel like it's not too much. The worst you thinking is water. So this ain't gonna stain. It ain't gonna do nothing. They're not thinking maybe it was gonna be that effective.
I don't know. Maybe
Nah,
because
I'm gonna keep it real.
I'm saying what I'm saying. He know he probably was wrong, but he not looking at it like I done broke the TV
Man,
or I done did something extreme. And like I said, maybe I think wrong because, like I said, I was way worse at 15. Like these niggas are scholars compared to
It
us.
was
at
way
15.
worse.
yeah.
It was way worse.
It's way worse.
I'm saying that was worse.
Who the fuck could do some shit like that, cuz?
Oh shit!
Way worse.
That was crazy, but
Oh,
man,
man,
shout out
that
to
was
Cash.
good one.
Hopefully, I think overall he's still gonna have a good time.
Happy birthday, Cash, homie.
I think it's not gonna. I hope it don't bother him as much, but I think more so. I think they probably had a good time. I
Hey,
think
when he
enjoyed
turned
it.
But the females, the little girls, like you were saying, they could have fixed the whole vibe of the party. The females could have came up and just got back to going, then the party back. You know what I'm
Did
saying?
they have some music playing or something? 'Cause I was
No,
trying to
I gave him a speaker. I'm like, why you
Yeah.
ain't got no music on?
put some
Because it was
music-
hella
put the music
quiet.
back on. That's what he needed to do. Put the
Females-
music on, get the vibe back cracking.
Females don't make the vibe, men do, bro.
Mm.
It's just
Nah.
it's something that you
Oh,
learn.
talk
It's
about
something
it.
that you
Okay.
look. They're this
I like
15, bro.
this.
It's something that you learn as you get older. We do all of that, all the vibe, the ambiance. When the bitches get there, the bottles, whatever. There's a whole thing that we do. They come and they just enjoy, and then we get our we
I
reap the
think it's
fruits of our.
60-40.
To me,
Nah,
that's
Kylie
how, that's
might
how
got
it
a point.
is.
He might got a point.
Because they do go off the
Listen.
men.
You going to 2, man. You niggas know what we got. Music. We know we going. We got certain things. You telling a homie something that make them sound good, and niggas know what they
Kylie,
doing
I
to
like
create a
your
vibe.
point. I like your
But
point.
when you're younger, it's just awkward. Them
I'm
niggas,
gonna just say,
they're not,
I like
they're not
your, no,
old
I
yet.
like your
They're
point.
not
I
that
just
old
think
yet.
I'm gonna just say this: it has to be
depends
more
on the
women than men. It has to be more women. It at least has to be 2 to 1 women than men. Because if it's not enough, if it's too many men and not enough women, that's how like fades and jealousy and things like that can kind of happen.
Well, I don't know, show because
'cause
if it's
it
more
depends.
women, it's gonna be one left out that's hating, that's trying to get up out of there. Like,
yeah,
oh,
it
that's
does.
so-
when
usually the fat one.
well,
Usually the fat one. She
but
feeling
the one that
uncomfortable.
I'm gonna just say
But
that.
I'm gonna say this: it always depends on every situation. Every situation could be different because you might have 3 or 4 females that's like you said that come from them ghetto backgrounds or certain things. They don't mind
they
being a
chilling.
life of the party. Don't mind turning up, dancing. They get it going and how you turn. So I think it just depends on what type of demographic you got around. you.
Okay, but let me ask you this though: who plays more of a part? Colleague just said it. Is it the men or the women?
I think the men do. Like he said, because they're gonna go off of you. If you a weirdo type of nigga, they vibe gonna be weird.
I think it's the
if your
ladies,
vibe,
man.
if you got some ism about yourself, they gonna go off of how y'all make them comfortable.
Who
I
on
think,
the-
so.
who on
I
the-
think it's
who
the
on the-
ladies
who
because they
on the
let
ox?
ladies
Who
in
on the
before
ox?
free, before 9.
Fuck
Like,
all
oh,
that. Who's on the ox when hoes come over to the B&B? Is it the hoe? Do she come and plug up, or is it you? If a bitch got to plug up, you're cooked, buddy. Come on, what are we talking about? You
no, I'm
control
talking
all
about
that
in
shit.
general as far as like, listen,
The drinks
when
already
you driving
there,
past
nigga,
the club,
everything.
you see a line full of bad females, automatically the men go be like, okay, I want to go there. That's their whole reason.
That's a given. You got to buy the section.
Yeah.
You got to get the vibe.
Hey, look,
you got to have
you
the
gotta
vibe.
set the
If you don't
tone.
have the
There was an
vibe,
all-female, a woman-only
it don't-
club. I think that shit closed in the first month. They said,
Yeah,
like,
it
because
ain't
nobody
gonna-
bought a section,
Nobody
nobody
was
bought bottles,
dancing.
nobody did nothing because they, like you said, the
But
men,
let's just
we
be real.
set the tone.
But CG, I mean, listen,
'Cause they walk
if we
in,
kicking it in the
if it ain't
club,
no
and it's
cool
nothing but niggas though, we gonna be kind of
That's
like,
obvious.
no.
That's the obvious. We're
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about when it's men and women in there
For sure.
For the most part, unless you got
men set the tone.
unless you got the ones
I'm
that, like I
talking
say,
about
that's
like on
turned up.
I'm talking about like you at a
In a
crib or
personal
something
setting.
like that. Like we control the vibe. I just think at a younger age, it's like
But we were just talking about a party though.
Nah, we was
Fully.
talking
Oh, yeah,
about.
like a-
but he said at the
like a
house
kickback.
that was the
Well,
scenario.
kickback, but I'm saying,
you control the vibe.
Yeah,
for
because
sure.
we gonna be there already. Like you said, we got the bottle set up. Boom, we got the music set up.
Yeah.
Boom, we got the seat play. They're walking in after the fact, depending
Yeah.
on how that vibe is, depending on how long they staying. If
but
it's-
don't we have to overcome? Like, don't we got to call multiple ones though? Like, don't you call Keisha?
But they're coming to
Tanya,
enjoy what we
Yeah,
already
but they
set
coming
up
to
for,
enjoy
really.
what we exactly.
And I'm not saying they're not gonna add.
The
to it
women are
because
like
they
the
add
icing
to
on the
it.
cake.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but girls can have an all girls party and quote unquote have a good time. I'm not trying to have a good time.
Nah,
with all
hell
homies.
no, they not having no good time. It's over with.
I mean, I don't know, the pajama parties they
I
be
think,
having.
I
it be
think
cool.
girls. I think
Yeah,
girls.
they be
Unless they
fucking.
pump
Ah,
fake.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
what I'm
They be
thinking.
in there fucking. They
on
get
some
drunk.
liquor license type
Yeah,
shit.
they be
Even
in
if
there
they
getting
are, they
knocked
having a
down.
good time. But for the most part, you got to set the vibe as a man. That's
Hey,
just
look,
what it's going to
I'm
be.
gonna say this too. Black people vibe is unmatched. It's
Oh,
unchecked, bro.
easy, bro.
It's unmatched. Going to non-black events makes you appreciate and love being black that much more. I swear to God. You go to a non-black event, you be feeling like you in the twilight zone. You be like, thank God I'm black. It's even hard to describe. And you know it when you see the one black guy there or the one black female there, they see you, they happy, give you the nod.
For sure.
You like,
I was
man,
at a
thank
quinceañera
God
last
I'm
night,
black.
bro. Trust me, I know it's cool. I like the family aspects that they do in the quinceañera, the whole little party thing. But after a while, it's only so much of that mariachi music I can kind of like take.
I
You know, what
agree.
mean?
I agree with what you're saying. I'm not gonna lie. Some I done been to places where it had been overcrowded with Hispanics, and it was still because they still be having some type of energy, even though it's not maybe our music, but you can still down there catch.
Yeah.
You can have a little fun. But I know what you're saying when you go to certain.
It's
just-
unmatched though.
with white people, now definitely unmatched. But when you go with white people that's just sitting there, they sipping. Everybody want to be too polished.
No, I mean,
You know what I'm
even if they
saying?
partying, just the way they
No, I'm
party, the
saying
way
that
they dance, the way
For
they move, the way
most
they
part-
interact.
For the most part, people be mad at it, but we like when you in a party, we want the ratchets to come out. We want certain things. You want
course.
that energy, like.
You wanna
Far
see the
people dance,
birthday
and you ain't
girl
always
turned
gotta
up?
be ratchet, yeah. But you want to see the more energy to dance, and everything is different. It's the soul, man.
It's just the frequency. Like when you got Step in the Name of Love. Come on, everybody
on.
know the dance to do.
Yeah.
You go to
Swag
that come
surf.
on in a different type of nationalities party.
You got a couple
They doing
people
all
doing
type
that.
of shit.
Yeah,
They, what the
yeah.
fuck y'all doing, nigga? You gotta step, done. Like they
Right.
don't know that. You feel
Cupid
me?
shuffle,
Cupid
none of that.
shuffle.
Cupid
come on.
shuffle.
Yeah, they
That's a
not doing
fact.
none of that. Nah, they not. The only thing I think universally that I think people may have in common are like the super pop songs that may bring us all together.
Yeah, I think
but it's so cliche and there's no like.
Any mainstream
Is it
rap,
super pop?
any
Because
mainstream
we
rap,
see the little
yeah.
babies, the Drakes, and everything else. We see all the.
It's still us.
everybody
Like
else.
that's what I
everybody-
noticed too. They still need us to turn their
Remember when
shit up.
Boosie went to that white wedding and turned him up with the song "Set It Off"? Like, let's just be real. That song came out like in 06, 05, if I'm not mistaken. It's just now really kind of making it mainstream now.
You saying just next? Set It Off been cracking. That's
No,
one of
for
Boosie's
us.
main
No.
things.
For us, we knew about Boosie. I'm talking about the mainstream.
For them, yeah.
Yeah, they wasn't bumping that in their weddings.
Yeah, no, that's different for sure. Now, as far as at a wedding, if you playing Set It Off at a wedding, you tripping in.
Well, I'm talking about white folks that bump it. No.
Hey, that's at the
No, I'm saying-
afters though.
Yeah,
we
you
gonna
trying to
start
turn
going
up,
crazy.
you
Yeah.
wildin'.
Well, it was at the reception, but you get what I'm trying to say though. Like,
Yeah.
no Caucasian was bumping that song at their reception. That was like a song that we'll play and just going to the store.
I just think this day and age now, music is more accepted in
Oh,
a way indifference.
well,
Like,
being black is cool.
No, what I mean is because the lyrics of Set It Off ain't got nothing to do with nothing
much,
in
yeah.
that environment. But I think the beat and just everything else, the
energy.
vibe of the song, makes people do that.
Too black, too strong, man. Shout out to the culture, unmatched. Speaking of the culture, rap culture is in a disarray right now.
Mm.
We got a bunch of rappers who spent their whole career pushing the street image, acting like they was the biggest killers, McGilla gorillas, El Chapo's in the game, right? Young Thug catch this case,
Moving like a
Gunna
mafia.
rats, Thug secondhand rats, and then now the record sales slowing up, and these same rappers, 2-1 Savage, and who else? G Herbo, and a couple other
21,
guys,
Future.
Future, start saying F the streets. They start saying F the streets. The streets ain't gave us nothing but trauma, this, that, and the third. Really what they're trying to do is get back in the graces of Gunna, because Gunna, his motion didn't stop when he got out. People start damn near listening to him more. There's more civilians than street niggas out here in the world. So now 2-1 Savage is telling Young Thug, man, you need to look past that because we need to get the motion back, right? He brought up QCP in his tweet, said, man, I knew you was all bad, but I didn't say nothing because you had the motion for the city, for the young niggas. So now all the street rappers in Atlanta, not all of them, but a high majority of the popular ones saying F the streets. How we feel about this?
I'm gonna say this, bro.
After making a career off the streets.
As far as growth now, you know what I'm saying? Damn near about to be touching 40. I can kind of possibly say it now, like F the streets though. But that's because I'm at an age where I sometimes don't even feel like hearing that shit. You know what I mean? That street music sometimes, at times I do when I'm at the gym or I'm with the homies or something. Yeah, it's cool. But as far as the lifestyle of the streets, F it after a while, because I mean, it's only gonna be a few homies that I'm looking out for. And I tell y'all all the time, if it's not affecting your 3 Fs, if they not fucking you, feeding you, or financially taking care of you, why do I even care? And so at this point, it is F the streets.
See, I think
I
This
think
is-
anybody
this
saying
is-
I think anybody saying F it should not be partaking or making money.
nah,
into that
this
at all.
because it's more complex.
Don't rap about it
It's
no
more
more.
complex to me, like exactly like Boosie said, because you made your life off the streets. You sold this image. You act like you was this person, and then now you saying fuck everything that basically made you who you are. And I'm agree with Boosie. Don't say nothing about it. I don't necessarily say fuck it because a lot of everything in the streets is not always all bad. I think it's the mindset that they're trying to get at of don't risk your life and everything else. But a lot of people that's in the streets don't necessarily always want to be in the streets, but they come from a lack of options. So I think it's a lot different. And you develop a lot of different things. You know, you learn a lot about human nature dealing with people in the streets. Your instincts become sharper. Your awareness is something on a different level. Y'all think 50 Cent would be 50 Cent if he didn't have to deal with what he had to deal with in the streets?
But 50 Cent ain't going back.
That's a
kicking it.
fact.
But he's not going back
This is
kicking
not-
it in the hood.
I
though.
know
You
this
just
is not
gotta
what this is
move
not what I'm
different.
saying though. But necessarily saying fuck it when it's a lot of people that's still there. Yes, we have to gravitate to a mindset of not feeling like that's the only way out, but just blatantly say fuck it after you done told all this music these niggas that made and telling these kids
Red
how
rum,
to drill
red
and
rum,
do
red
everything
rum.
else, and now you feeling that way because you want to accept snitches. The things that y'all said y'all didn't do, y'all should have just never, y'all should never ever acting like, y'all should have said y'all was just rappers, nigga. Y'all should never act like y'all was in the streets anyway.
And this is my problem with it. It's no problem saying fuck the streets, right? Because I say fuck the streets. Go legit. Let's legitimize our businesses and let's get some real power. The problem comes in that when you're saying it because you want to accept snitching, like you just said. Y'all not saying fuck the streets because y'all tired of the streets. Y'all want to be involved in the streets, but then when it go bad, you want the option to rap. You want the option to take the easy way out and not deal with the consequences of the streets. These niggas want all the glory of the streets. They want all the easy parts of the streets, the glitz, the glamour, the girls, the money, the fast cars. But they don't want it when it go
want some
bad
of
and
that
it's time to
sell.
sit down. That's the shit I don't respect. Y'all niggas want to accept ratting, period, point blank, because you want to work with rats and you know in that situation, nigga, you're gonna rat. So now you want the grace of being able to rat. It ain't got nothing to do with you woke up, had an epiphany, and was like, man, I'm done with the streets. I want to go legit. Because even 2-1 Savage try to clean it up. Oh, I wasn't talking about fuck the streets. I was saying fuck the trauma that come with it. Nah, nigga, knock it off, nigga. Y'all said y'all knew Gunna ratted and brush it under the rug. All you niggas is rats. All you niggas is snitches. None of y'all niggas was like that. The last nigga that was really like that is 50. The rest of these niggas.
Now, Von and them was like that.
No, Von and them was like that too.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like who made it to the superstar status.
Right.
It ain't too many, bro. You got 50, you got
Gang,
Von.
You got Gang.
Game ain't really never caught no cases like that, or we don't know.
But he was still.
I'm not throwing Game in that category. Shout out to Game. This ain't no hate on Game either.
What I'm gonna say is it's a lot of false idols, and this is why we always say, you know what I mean, put your faith in God and not never in man. You know what I mean? Walk with God, don't walk with man, because you see time and time again, they're gonna let you down. And I want to read this too because G Herbo cleaned his up. And I like G Herbo, but he said the objective is to make it home every night. The goal is to take care of your family and not become a sad story. Avoid life in jail or even worse. Didn't never glorify. He said I didn't. He said, or worse, die. Never glorify my life or circumstances, but more so I shed light on the problems I had to face, and a lot of us still face on a day-to-day basis. It took a lot to get here, so with no need to say more, let me make it clear. Big Swerve, Lil Herb, Big G Herbo still and always will love the streets because we all we got. Protect the youth. So it's like a lot of these niggas are starting to clean it up because a lot of the street niggas is giving them flack. But the street niggas is the first niggas y'all go get for every single thing. The street niggas is who y'all moving with. But now that you have certain obligations that people hold y'all to, now you feeling away. And like you just said, it's more so y'all want to throw the rules away. And that's the biggest thing that come with it of allowing snitches, allowing certain things. Now you saying fuck everything. It's all right to outgrow the streets. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, that's a good point.
G Herbo got into it with his hood. They was on him like, bro, you're not giving back enough. You ain't giving enough opportunities. What the fuck is going on?
I was just about to say, like, you can say F the streets, but as long as you provide an opportunity from the community you come from, I feel like at that point, then you can say it in that way as far as like the violence, the detriment of the black community. You can say it in that aspect because you like, look, even though I come from this area, I want what's best for y'all. So I'm going to try to put opportunities for the hood so y'all don't have to go through the struggles. So if somebody's saying it like that and moving in that way, I salute them for that.
And people going to call me crazy, but it's more so like, how can you judge one if you was once one? If you really was in the street, you're going to have a different understanding for it and a different mindset. Yes, we all know when it comes to the streets, people always got the mentality of gang banging and things in that certain nature, or you kill your own people, you do all this and that. But a lot of people have survived. A lot of these superstars and these celebrities that y'all know grinded in the streets. And not necessarily just doing that. Yeah, they might have sold crack, they might have sold weed, they might have did certain things to get out of a unfortunate situation. So a lot of these people y'all look up to came from that. These Jay-Z's, quote unquote, you know what I mean? These 50s that people that we know that these niggas look up to.
I agree. I don't think you should be saying fuck anything and still profiting it off of it because obviously at that point that's some fake shit. So I understand that part. The sentiment of just fuck the streets without being within it. I mean, I 100% agree. In my opinion, I don't think anything good has came from it.
I just think,
hold on, when we talk about the 50s and the J's and these people, right, who have grown, right, from the streets, we give too much credit to the place and not the person. So Boys in the Hood is a perfect example. You had Ricky, you had, I don't know Cuba's name, and you had
Doughboy.
You had Doughboy.
Damn, cut on no Doughboy.
Right? Hold on, I'm trying to. All three of them lived in the same place.
You talking about Trey?
All three of them lived in the same place, and there's ultimately, but still, there's ultimately three different outcomes. And so, 50 is Warren Buffett if 50 was able to be in Warren Buffett's environment. So,
do you think that?
I do because of 50's environment, the way he reacted to it, and the decisions he decided to make is why he's 50. You could say the streets made him, but the streets broke a lot of people. 50 made himself. The way he reacted to things is why he's 50. The way Jay reacted to things is why he's Jay. And who's to say that if you put Jay up in upper town New York and whatever, he's Warren Buffett, he's Bill Gates, he's Steve Jobs. And those people aren't saying, oh, well, this place made me. They're saying I made myself. So I feel like a lot of times we give too much credit to the place to hold on to it, where if you just look around, no, you did that. You're different, and the things that you reacted and the decisions that you made is ultimately why you ended up here. So when we talk about, I don't think we should continue to say like, well, look at 50, look at Jay, look at these people. They're from the streets, so don't say fuck the streets. It's like those people made good decisions despite the streets. It's not because of the streets.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. You saying they made good decisions. So by them dealing with the streets, for one, for most people, that's not a good decision. They had choices not to make that. Yeah. What I'm getting at is the circumstances and things from the streets molded them to become that. If 50 didn't have those adversities or those roadblocks and those things, he wouldn't have became 50 in a damn suburban neighborhood. If that's the case, I get what you're saying as far as
the butterfly effect.
It is the individual. It is that. But he had to persevere. He had to deal with a lot of that stuff, which he probably would he probably wouldn't change it now. But a lot of those things, with the pressure of him becoming and molded him to be that way. The streets did, in a sense, make who they are. It molded him to be the man he is today. And a lot of those street instincts he has is why he's able to move through the industry like he is now.
Hold on, because I look at it like...
How can you explain people that are white or that have not came from the streets that have the same exact
because they wrote the playbook
instincts.
And they know the playbook.
Bro, but look, they don't have the same instincts as 50. They got completely different instincts than 50. You only looking at business. 50 got certain instincts they don't got, but that you can only get from the streets. Because I look at it like cooking. You can have all the ingredients for a cake. If you don't mix them ingredients, you don't get a cake. You just got them ingredients separate. So 50 is one ingredient. The environment is another ingredient. You mix them together. You take the adversities, the experiences that he had. That is what made 50. If 50 was sitting up in Beverly Hills somewhere, he's not 50 Cent, bro. Even the trollish he's doing now. He don't pick that up without being in the hood.
It's the butterfly.
I'm saying that he can be, his name might not be 50 Cent, but he'd be somebody else because of the person that he is and the reactions that he had to things. That's what I'm saying.
Of course he's going to be somebody else. He won't be 50,
but I'm saying he could. What I'm saying is that
he still could have been great without it.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
But this is my point. Look,
he might have not been great because almost getting killed gave him that drive to, okay, let me really turn this up.
That's true too.
Well, because listen, all the niggas from his neighborhood, you could just look at the ones he was beefing with. They dead or they got life in prison. Same environment. He had the drive in him due to him getting shot 9 times. Okay, let me go to the Poconos. Let me reevaluate what I'm doing. Let me attack the game this way. Why are they trying to blackball me? How many rap niggas could have faced what 50 faced and still made it?
Well, how many Warren Buffetts do we have as black people?
We don't have any Warren Buffett.
I'm saying because he's saying outside of that, they could have been these people. So
we have people who have. What are you talking about?
We got a lot that we just don't glorify.
We just don't talk about it. So this is my point.
We got the nigga.
We got Marie Von Britton Brown. She did the security system. We got the guy who made the fucking telephone. We got George Washington Carver who did the Peanuts. We got.
But Warren Buffett is a one of one, even from his environment. So it's not the environment itself, it's the person. Because we could put Warren Buffett where 50 was, and he maybe don't become Warren Buffett.
I was gonna say this too for white folks, for the white version as well. It's all about opportunity and luck, because same thing what happened with what's the dude from Microsoft? Can't think of his name. Bill Gates. Mm-hmm. Bill Gates was at a school at the time where the only computer was at his high school, so it was a chance of luck. So by him being in this right position at the right time, he was able to blow up and get into computers, and that's how he dove in to the technology. So it's all about luck and opportunity as well. I'm not gonna say being from the hood is gonna make you successful, but it's a matter of luck and what's going on, what opportunity you seize, and what you choose to put your time into.
I agree, but you guys are taking it further. No, I'm just saying, base it off of the person, their drive, and how they reacted to things, and you put them in any environment. Just base it off of them. You can assume that they would be something great.
You can't assume that.
Because they already did it once.
You can't assume that.
Certain things develop certain qualities. People in the streets become less fearful because of circumstances and situations that they have to go through. Most people in the real world operate out of fear, out of 100%.
All the time.
Yeah, in altercations and situations and things like that. Might not even have the courage to even chase them dreams. Might not even, without 50 going through what he went through, he wouldn't have that story to tell. Without all that stuff, like he said, maybe a lot of luck, but a lot of drive and everything else became that. But not saying that that's actually good either, because he went through harmful shit, but he wouldn't be who he was without these circumstances happening, in my opinion. I understand what you're saying, him as an individual, but that thing was developed. over time. And we talk about these people like Warren Buffett and them. It's like apples to oranges to me when we compare black to white. Because for one, them niggas was reading and doing certain things that you learn at 11, 12 years old. They was learning about all that law of attraction, frequencies, and things
But
like
y'all
that.
keep talking about. I'm just saying, being an anomaly. These 50 Cent is still an anomaly in the black community. Point blank. Period.
Not without the streets.
He's an anomaly.
The streets made 50 who he is, though. That's just a
What I'm
fact.
trying-
Him on that list, he lost his mom. He had no dad. Raised by his grandparents. Got in the streets at 12, hanging around the biggest drug dealers in New York City, running his own block. How many people could you put in that position and say, oh, they would have turned out the same way because they turned out that way over here, bro? It's not interchangeable. Some of them situations turned 50 into 50. Maybe if 50 had his mom,
if 50 had
maybe if
nothing
50 had his
and
mom.
persevered,
No,
and
let's
you
say
put him in
same
his-
situation. He has his mom. Maybe that he don't have that same hunger to become 50.
Because he didn't have to thrive for
He didn't
himself
have
at
that love.
point.
I
Right,
understand-
exactly.
I understand that. I'm just saying, if you take what he's done and how he's been able to react to the things he's reacted to, and you take that and you place it in any different scenario, that formula should work.
Well, I
That's-
understand
that's
it,
what
but,
I'm
but
saying.
he has to go through that.
Interchangeable,
I think, Khalid, what you're missing is he has to go through that trauma to even develop that skill set of how to navigate.
The people he learned from,
Yeah.
the circumstances and the environment he was in, he learned, like he said, from the top drug dealers, life lessons that can only be taught
Harsh
in certain
consequences.
ways.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
listen to Ghetto Quran, bro. He gives it up to these people, telling them, okay, this is why I learned this. Oh, yeah, Black Just, he came through with the GSXR, and I picked up all, like, you know what I'm saying?
This what
He's
made- this what
telling you
motivated me.
what
This what
made
did
him.
that.
He's
Yeah.
giving you the blueprint. Without that, he's not the same person, bro. Just like none of us are.
Yeah,
I digress.
But yeah, I'm a on
But
that
with
last topic, the only thing I'm gonna say with the fuck the streets, we went way on a whole nother
Nah,
tangent.
we did.
Is the only problem with that is you're still promoting it and making money off of it while behind closed doors you saying, man, fuck all that shit. To me, that's culture vulture shit.
And at the end of the day, I want to make this clear. I'm not gonna never tell nobody you should go get in the streets, you should go do X, Y, and Z. The only thing I'm saying is I have a different understanding when you come from nothing and you in a hopeless place. That's the difference of, if, like I said, if they said fuck the streets, they should have said fuck the mentality of killing your own people or doing certain X, Y, and Z, not just in the whole, because there's a lot of people
Get more
that
context.
even when we get to a point now, bro just read a stat the other day that said it's more people unemployed than there is jobs they can give. So sometimes you gotta fiend for a way to get it out the mud. So that's just how I see it.
That's a fact.
It
All
is.
while Elon Musk telling people, don't save your money. Y'all finna get this universal income pretty soon, which to me is nuts.
Yeah,
you got
that's-
you got
keep
the
us stagnant.
man hoarding the most wealth in the world, saving the most wealth in the world, telling people not to save.
And I want y'all to remember
That
this
shit
too.
crazy.
When them people come around with them deals for them clothes, when people come around with them TVs, all that stuff for sale on the low, niggas got them J's you want. That's the streets.
Yeah,
The boosters,
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
the
part of the
streets.
streets.
That's-
Um,
Okay, just to switch gears a little bit. Dave Chappelle, I think it's time. I'm gonna go on record to say Dave
might
Chappelle
be
might
the
be the
greatest.
greatest comedian
he
ever,
might be
bro.
the GOAT.
Dave Chappelle might be the GOAT. Just given the history of his career, everything he's accomplished, and in the climate that we're living in the world today, to get on stage and say the things that he's saying with no fear, while the entire world is terrified to say a fraction of what he's saying, Chappelle might be the GOAT, bro. His comedy special that's on Netflix right now, that made Kevin Hart's comedy special look like child's play, bro.
But we knew
I'm
that.
not,
We knew
I'm
that-
not even gonna cap.
But even
Go ahead.
now, go ahead. I would say we knew Chappelle been different, and I like Chappelle because he comes from the era where everybody wasn't sensitive. He comes from the era of not giving fuck. He comes from the era of the Bernie Macs and stuff like that. So these people, like you just said, we thought because we always asked, do you think Bernie Mac could make it in his time? He would have been canceled. But to Chappelle's greatness, you can't cancel him. He has a core fan base. Dave Chappelle could drop something on any platform he wants to at this point and still be great. And people, and he, like you said, he used all derogatory terms and everything else, and people loved it. People didn't take offense to it, even though people can. You
Some
might
people
get-
did on
Nah, I know,
online,
you
but
might-
it didn't.
I meant in
Yeah,
the
I know what-
crowd,
I know
in the
what you
crowd
mean.
space. But outside of that, he's being himself. There is no difference.
And
He-
I'll
he-
say this. He's living on his, not to cut you off, sorry. He's living on his own terms. He's doing it on his own terms. People thought he was crazy when he walked away from that Comedy Central deal. And he made a good point. I'd rather wait for these Saudi Arabians and these Arabs to call me where I can go express myself freely to take any deal over here and have to be censored. Because once I become censored, that defeats the whole purpose of this art form. The whole purpose of this is to express yourself freely. And Dave has an uncanny way of being funny without trying to be funny, while educating you, while dropping
Facts.
knowledge, bars. Because you remember Dave low-key used to be a woke rapper. He was in that backpack Talib Kweli bag. You remember he used to have the freestyles and bring the woke
The
niggas
block
on.
parties and shit.
With the
too.
block party. So he's dropping jewels and knowledge while having a regular conversation with you without even attempting to be funny, and it's still funny. While these other niggas are trying their hardest to be funny, and that shit not funny.
And when it coming full circle, I'm gonna let you go real quick, short. I think Dave Chappelle was smart enough to know what was behind them curtains and what it take when you take that money.
I'm gonna say this: Dave Chappelle is great in his own way. I'm not gonna call him the GOAT because you know why? At the beginning of the special, did you see that picture he had with when he was a child? Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor was the first one to be cussing on stage, the one saying the derogatory. So his mentor was doing it. All he did was take it to another level. So salute to Richard Pryor to even motivating Dave Chappelle to do what he's doing. So I would say this: he would be the second greatest comic, but I still salute what he does. I love
Who can you watch more, Richard Pryor? Or Dave
No.
Chappelle?
What I'm saying is this: with today's time, I'm going to watch Dave Chappelle. But what I'm saying is Richard Pryor is the one.
The foundation.
Yeah, he's the foundation of it. It's like the same thing with gangster rap. Like, okay, are you gonna bump Eazy-E now, or are you gonna bump what's today's gangster rap is now? You get what I'm saying? You got to set the foundation where you got to start somewhere. What I was saying is Dave Chappelle did a great job with throwing entertainment, education, and lack of knowledge and of our own people that I didn't even know in there to make me go, wow, and have to start Googling shit and be like, damn, bro, I didn't even know this was true. You dig what I'm saying? And in the form of bringing in the comedic faction, bringing everybody together. At the end of the day, Dave Chappelle needs to be protected at all times. I'm just curious at the very end of the special when he said he stands for Israel, where is that coming from? That's the only thing.
No, that went over your head.
Yeah, that was.
It didn't go over my head. It was just more so
No,
like
that went over your head, bro. He's saying, if you
He
ever
said
hear
that.
me say that, they got me. Because he said there needs to be a code word that y'all know that if I say this, they got me.
The best part, and the reason why Dave, I'm glad you compared him to Richard Pryor because they're witty in a way about the world in the way that they take in information compared to other comedians like a Kevin Hart or a Mike Epps.
and the shock value.
Super funny, Bernie Mac, super funny, but they have a wittiness and a way that they just see the world that others they just don't see it like that, so they're able to describe things a certain way. This one was crazy. This was a really, really good special to me. And I like how he tied it in and essentially said what everybody's feeling that. We all feel that there's some greater conspiracy that's going on. We don't know what it is, but we feel like we're going through it. You know what I mean? I love how he did that. And I also love how he kind of made or shined a light on how when you're black and you have power and you're doing everything that really powerful white men are doing, right? That they're going to put something on you. And him pretty much saying and telling a story about Saudi Arabia and how he takes money from them so he can diss America was him saying he's one of those unstoppable Negroes, meaning that
Sure.
I could be next. So at the end, that's why he ended it with the, if I say I stand with Israel, then they got me. So you could tell that within the comedic, the humor he's sprinkling in, hey, I have some fears that he even said that. What if they use me and put me in a certain trick bag to where now I'm saying things that they want me to say and I ain't even want to say it. Like,
Right.
Because we know for one, like we said, him leaving to Africa, and everybody thought he was crazy the first time. That could have been some things. And he knows what's going on in his life, and he knows he's going to push past the limits. But I did have a question for y'all. At this point, like Dave Chappelle's down there cracked the code, in my opinion, of being able to do stand-up and still be himself completely in this day and age. Should we take the gloves off of any race when it comes to comedy? Because we know comedy you have to be less sensitive in comedy. Should we take the gloves off and allow them just to be them?
I'm gonna say yes. I think you gotta let the gloves off in comedy, and because that's what always made comedy great was having the gloves off. The more you put gloves on, it's where do you draw the line? You can't, because everybody's offended by something. It don't matter what it is. If we can say, okay, race is where we draw the line. Okay, well, I'm offended by sex. I'm offended by this. I'm offended by now. We back to the censorship. So to me, it's either all or none.
that's a good ass question because it's like,
Man,
I think we have too much censorship at the moment, but saying you can say whatever, to a certain degree, it's like
See,
what
but
what do we?
this is how I look at it, right? Because we might get we might have stereotypes. Every race has a stereotype, and comedians they used to feed off of stereotypes, and people would laugh at or be offended by it. But we might not be mad as a black person killing our stereotypes versus a white person speaking on our stereotypes. I agree with bro just said. I think we shouldn't take it no way. Now, if they make a whole segment just on some racist shit, because if you think of cartoons,
Okay, so you saying okay?
yeah. So if you think of cartoons, you got like South Park. South Park, people love South Park, but South Park has a lot of stereotypes and racist things.
They go at every community.
Or like
they go
Tropic
at
Thunder.
everybody,
Like,
though. Yeah,
niggas love Tropic Thunder. Niggas thought that shit
Exactly.
was
So
funny.
it's certain things that, like you said, it makes comedy what it is, and I feel like a lot of people don't. That's why we don't get too many new comedians. Because what we gonna do in this era is over. After Dave Chappelle's and then walk out the door.
So I'm gonna just say this: it's gonna have some type of censorship, because if you just go off like, okay, we gonna let y'all just say anything, somebody just get up there and just have a whole racist rant, or
that's what I'm getting
or
at.
Some
weird.
Kramer shit.
You saying
Yeah,
not
yeah,
go
some
that?
Kramer
You
stuff. Yeah, like,
you saying not go that far?
But that's my point
It's
I'm
still
making. I'm saying like that's why I said I gave an example, like not just a whole racist rant, but if a nigga throw in there a few jokes and it's stereotypical, but it's you like damn, it's some
But that's
truth
what
to
makes
that.
you a great. That's what
That's
makes
what
you a
makes
great-
it funny.
That's what
Yeah.
makes it a great comedian, though. But not all comedians can do it. That's what I'm saying. You can go up there and be on some Kramer stuff, thinking you're funny, and it's not. You dig what I'm saying? And now you going viral for the wrong thing.
If you make a
And-
segment targeting one group the whole show, that's different. But what I mean, like somebody that's versatile and they might be talking about maybe everybody.
But you know what it is? We in a content game. People are going to make it content because now he's like, okay, look, this person said the N word with the hard ER.
This
Then
what
we're
he
gonna
said.
talk
Take the
about-
gloves off, and I know what you're saying, because all stereotypes derive from the truth, bro.
Yeah, it's,
Like
it's true too.
the
yeah.
chicken and watermelon, we like chicken and watermelon.
Right.
Asians
Certain people
good at
can't
math.
drive.
Them motherfuckers good at math. Certain people
Yeah.
can't drive. All that's real. But one thing I will say about the special, do y'all think Dave should be in fear of his life? Because he brought up Charlie Kirk a lot, and he brought up MLK and how them speaking certain languages got them taken out. And like you said, he at the end, he low-key threw a context clue out there, like, look, y'all, I'm not exempt. I could be on the chopping block. Like he threw it out there, and the way he slammed that mic when he said, if I stay with Israel, let you know, in his mind, he contemplated saying that at the end, and he just went with it like, fuck it, it is what it is, because that story he told to Jack Johnson, which we spoke on that on the
Yeah, you
platform
talked-
before,
yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So I'm glad he brought that back up where the world could hear that, because he got more reach than we do, and how they created that law strictly to take out black people because he was unstoppable. He was beating all the white boxers and fucking all the white
Right.
hoes, and nothing they could do could
Soon as
stop
you
him.
cross 'em over
So
a
they
state line.
created a law out of thin air that's still affecting us today, which is why Diddy is in jail. He even tied that to Diddy. Out of everything he did, beat Cassie the fuck up, all this other they saying he did, they got him with the Mann Act, the same act they got Jack Johnson. So he waking people game up, and I think he put his life out there like, you know what? I didn't accomplish everything I can accomplish. I'm here to
I
change the
lived
world
a
for
good
my
life.
people.
Yeah.
Fuck
I
that.
think he should be
He's
in
laying
fear.
his whole life on the line for this, to me, in my opinion.
I think he should be in fear of his life. Any black man with a voice and some type of power, I'm not gonna say you should walk around in fear, but you should be cautious and aware of what's going on around you. You know what I mean? To try to avoid any pitfalls you can. I think more than now than ever, if you're a black man, stay with your wife, stay low key, stay ducked off, do your family thing, have your fun with your very small circle, get in, get out, make the money, and that's it. Because when you start getting out here and you're doing all these extracurricular activities with all these different people and you're appearing a certain way, that's how you get caught up in these traps, and then you fucked over. So just be aware.
I just think him being him, I think he understands that when they come after you, it's always, it can come from nowhere. It can come from you. You never know. You're the target. Everybody know who you are in the world. So it's harder for him to even necessarily adapt. But this is when it has to be more so him building, and it has to be strength of our people being behind him in a sense of being able to come together with people that's on his level, that's trustable, that he can build behind the scenes with, to be able to even, you might miss some things, or you might got other people in different rooms that when conversations is being had that can give you information. So I think he should be in fear of his life, because when you think about Dave Chappelle, he's always been a truth teller, even in all his comedian, even from the damn Chappelle show.
Yeah.
Like you go back to that, everything in that, damn near
Facts.
every single episode, it was like, it was truth to that. And I was just like, so shout out to Dave Chappelle for wanting to stand up for something.
I think what any leader that comes with it, even if you're a comedian, politician, whatever the case may be, fear of your life is gonna always come with it. That's why, at least with him, he got the funds to set things up for his family so they can be straight. He was already attacked on stage. Remember the one
True.
time in Hollywood?
Bowl, yeah.
Hollywood Bowl, he was already attacked. So I mean, again, once you already kind of face it, now you understand my demise can come at any time. So I think at this point, Dave Chappelle is to the point where like my life can be cut short at any moment. So now let me just put my truth out there without them manipulating it or trying to change it up before I go.
And the story, no, it's not to cut you off.
No,
The
go
story he told of buying that small town, I believe he said in Ohio,
Ohio, where he lives.
the
Yeah.
reverse gentrification.
Yeah.
He was throwing a nugget out to
Great.
every one of us with some money, going all this crying and complaining y'all doing for 2 years quietly. This what I've been doing. This what y'all need to be doing because this what they doing to us. We got the money and the resources at this point to combat that by just doing what they doing. So while y'all out here crying and protesting, guess what? I'm using my money, my resources that I'm gaining, and I'm doing exactly what they doing. I'm beating them at their own game. I bought the whole town, whole block. The
He
niggas
said
trying to
it.
sell shit
Chocolate
on the
City's
low.
no longer Chocolate City no more. He said, I'm from DC, nigga. He said, I went out there to protest. It was more white folks than it was blacks.
Exactly. So that was, to me, that was a call out to the industry, to all the billionaires, the millionaires that we got. Yeah, y'all buying these chains, y'all buying these y'all doing all this shit looking fly in the clubs. But what are y'all doing to help the community, bro? I'm literally buying it back. Where they're coming to me, these other races, telling me I need to lower the prices and this and that the way we doing to them. So he's basically telling y'all, bro, look, here's the blueprint. They gave it to you. Let's beat them at their own game.
Right.
And you heard
Operation
how
by
he
the block.
had. You heard how he said, I have had every famous person that I fuck with come out to the club. I had Mick Jagger. I was trying to have Mick Jagger come out to the club. So it also tells you, like, if we did do that, because right, even look at Kanye, for instance, he bought up all that land in Wyoming. Who the fuck gonna go there? That shit was packed to the brims because he's Kanye and he can bring people out. So we could, if we want to. Niggas got enough money. One of them chains, you can go get you a small or a big piece of land for one of them chains y'all spend, and people will
One of
come.
them AP watches and shit.
People will come and we can make that shit flourish just based off of who you are alone. But again, we're too on some other shit.
We too selfish as a people for the most part.
Yeah.
Once people make it out or they get in positions, people don't care nothing about. If it's not affecting me directly, most people don't care. Most
Right.
people are not going to look at it like that, as we can build and get our people back in the space. Like you said, all that protest and everything else, even just talking all the time is cool, but to what degree? Because we always ask, what's the solution? What's the solution? And we give solutions, but then you have one person, like we see, like a Dave Chappelle, that's only one doing it. When this can happen in mass, it can speed up fast if other people jump on that plane with him or people go holler at him behind the scenes. It ain't even got to be broadcasted. It could just be talked about behind them doors. People with money. Dave, I got some money. Let's put something together. How'd you do what you did? And they start working from there.
Yeah, there's a famous quote. I forget who said it exactly, but he said, in the future, we're going to see a lot of black wealth, the most black wealth we've ever seen, but we will see minimal black progress. So that's where we at right now. And I believe Dave was taking a stab at that. He probably seen that same quote and really looked around and go, damn, I know all these famous people. We got all these billionaires, all the first billionaire, Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, this, that, and the third, but still no progress. So he, for me, by him saying I quietly did this for 2 years before he spoke on it, that was him putting the action before the words. Because a lot of niggas will say, or a lot of people, well, you saying doing it, but what are you doing? So now he's eliminating that. Oh, well, what are you doing about it? He's showing you, this is what I'm doing. I've been doing it.
You can't discredit what he said. I done made it all the way through, and I know it could be done. So now this is not just a figment of my imagination.
Exactly.
I know Dr. Umar, I know we're going to laugh about this too, but,
This is
but I'm saying, but he was kind of preaching it too, though. I mean, I understand what he may do with the money or whatever the case may be with the little Cash App stuff, but I mean, he was kind of putting it out there as well.
Bro, nobody's believing Umar.
Bro, he
when I-
never opened that school, bro. That's where he lost
And
credibility.
listen, I understand it, but still, let's not even digress, though. The message that he was putting out there, he was still preaching it as well. And so at least you can still separate how we talking about the art from the artist and things like that. If you dropping gems, we can still take away that knowledge and still apply it to our lives.
The fact
You
the-
can't,
the
because we
fact-
just got on niggas for saying fuck the streets and still being part of it. So if you preaching all this shit, but then again, the things that you're out here doing, you're not, there's nothing working from it, then what you're saying, it don't matter.
And the only reason I give kickback on that with him is because over time he's developed enough resources and people
He
that
could do
came out
something.
and tried to put it together and help
Right.
him, and you still chose to do nothing. So that's the point. You probably just pocketed everybody's money and you getting on niggas how they don't need to fuck with white women. So at the end of the day,
No, I'm not saying.
Yeah, he doing
Cuz started to do
popping
comedy
balloons and
now.
shit.
Yeah,
Right?
like-
What is this nigga doing?
Yeah.
No,
He kinda
I'm
raised
20
that.
dollars.
like Cub really, he really got he had to get for gab, and it was nothing
He
wrong
did.
with it because you line people up to make people believe this stuff, and you could have spoke it out there and got people together, and even showed some things where you had roadblocks and stuff like that, and it was just like, damn, cuz like, how much money do you think he accumulated over those years? It's like the Nazarima dream at this point.
Right, exactly. Hey, but did y'all see the end of the special? How he closed it out?
A lot of photos and stuff.
Yeah, after the photos. At the very, very, very end, the last little photo op was the CIA FBI file closing saying the unstoppable Negro.
And he talked about that as well.
What?
So he talked about the you probably going to talk about Nipsey Hussle,
Yep.
how he was at the Grammy party and he said that it was him, Diddy before they knew everything. I think like Steve Stout and a couple other people, and he said he kept feeling like they had the FBI lights up, like it was just all these famous black people in this one area, you know, just doing things. And Nipsey had the documentary that he was producing for Dr. Sebi, and then he said he went home. A couple weeks later, you get a call, you get woken up in the middle of the night. Hey, your friend died. You know, so he kind of felt like
You feel like it's deeper than what everybody did.
he's like, I don't know, but he did point to how like he was doing that. He was seeing him. He just got the Grammy. And then he's out of here. Same thing with Diddy. Same person in that room. He out
So
of
that's
here.
why he feel like he's next now because he was there.
Because he said they have a code in the industry where they'll turn certain lights on in the club to alert everybody that, hey, the feds is in here, the building is tapped, the hip hop police is in here. And something I found interesting, he said, we all know something's going on, but we don't know exactly what it is. Let's stop saying we know what it is because everybody throwing out so many different theories is diluting us from being able to find the truth. That's the way I got out of it. And he tied that with the Nipsey Dr. Sebi shit and how he took his homie to Dr. Sebi or whatever, and he still died of AIDS.
And he
So,
showed
you know what I'm saying? He kind of like deleted those conspiracies of the Dr. Sebi connection.
like he said, you can say I think, you can say I feel, but saying you know is what's dangerous if you don't. And that's what a lot of people are doing is they're coming online as if they know and as if it's not just a thought that they're having, you know, from what they're seeing. They're telling you this is what it is, and then they're getting the mask falling off of that, which is making it harder for.
But I think
us to
the
find
point, the
truth.
way he just said what he was really getting at too, even when we say we think or we feel like something, by the majority of us doing that, people are running off of what we think or we feel without the facts. Like, but wait till you get to the bottom of it, then speak on it. I think in the sense of that point.
No, for sure. It was great.
Bro, there's this unsealed CIA document, right? And it spoke about black leaders. So I'm gonna read the highlighted part, and I could read the whole page too, but the highlighted part to me was interesting. It says, the Negro wants and needs something to be proud of. The Negro youth and moderate must be made to understand that if they succumb to revolutionary teaching, they will be dead revolutionaries. How many of our heroes have been taken out?
All of them.
So this is an official file document. You can look up. This part was highlighted that their mission was to let us know that if you want to be a revolutionary, you'll be a dead one. So the fact that Dave Chappelle just did what he did on that stage, I think that's him attempting to show us we need to take the power back.
And it's like in today's age, he's pushing the boundaries of almost what a revolutionary is. And I say that very loosely, but people get into certain fields and they push the boundaries of what they say and the ideas that they bring to life, because that's kind of the only way that they can without being X'd all the way out, or at least that's how they feel, you know, because once you go full throttle, like if he jump off
Ain't
the
no
porch,
going back.
it's no going back.
'Cause
So,
look,
Yeah,
hold on.
and I believe what y'all saying, what he did at the end, he believes once he dropped it and reached the masses, he knew the clock is ticking now. I think that's what he's thinking.
even Dr. Sebi, right? Like he was an unstoppable Negro because in the USA at the time to say I've cured AIDS was against the law. Took him to trial, beat the shit 2 times or whatever. It's like
a few times.
it's
yeah.
like you doing that now. You out of here too. We got to get you up out of here. You know. So
This is from the Cointelpro, right? So after that highlighted section I read, it said, is it not better to be a sports hero, a well-paid professional athlete or entertainer, or a regularly paid white or blue collar worker, a peaceful human with a family, or a person who at least is being meant by accepted, excuse me, a person who is accepted, than a Negro who may have got even with the establishment by burning it down, but who along with this burned down his own home and gained for him and all his people the hatred and distrust of the whites for years to come. So in layman's terms, they're telling you, hey, go be an athlete, go be an entertainer, go get a regular job.
9 to
You
5.
try and get even with the establishment, we coming for you and your entire family and all your people that's close to you. This is the Cointelpro. This is why no other race on the planet can talk to us about, man, we struggled too. We was enslaved. Y'all don't have no Cointelpro where they trying to get your leaders out the way.
They got the
It's
green,
a big difference.
They got immediate green lights on us and any nigga that's rising and with a conscience.
Yeah, they did that with MLK. They did it with Malcolm X. They had their phones tapped. They threatened their family, bombing their house and things like that. I mean,
Everybody.
this is like the same telltale song that we've heard for years.
So how do we learn from our leaders' mistakes?
One thing I could say is what Malcolm X did, you know what I'm saying, prior to him having to fall out with the nation, unity, be militant. If we stay militant amongst us, we do become dangerous, so they less likely to threaten us or attack us.
Right.
It's gonna sound crazy, but people should watch Hunger Games.
Which one? The first one?
Mockingjay or whatever it's called, part 1 and 2, because it shows how District 12 is like this poor district, and Katniss, and they're the winner of the Hunger Games, and they find this underground district, District 13, but they're able to build an army and build a propaganda through like media and all these different things that they have to take over and beat the Capitol. But I think people should watch it because it kind of shows to a certain degree
You think it correlates?
what we might have to do, because they were very low key about what they did, about the army they got, and they were strategic on how they tapped into like the satellites and shit. So the Capitol, you know, they got the satellites. They're giving you the images. No, we tapping into it now. Our people are telling you, this is what you need to follow. This is what you need to do. So it's a lot of things that show maybe what we might need to do if it comes to.
Now look, it says one way to reach the Negro youth and moderate might be through searching, examination, and revelation of the true goals of Black nationalist organizations presented in a way that Negroes will realize the dangers ahead of them if they do succumb to the appeal, fear, or intimidation to which they will be subjected. Meaning, we need to implant the thoughts in the minds of the youth of all the dangers and the death that will come for them if they even attempt of becoming militant nationalists and going against the powers to be. And we see that in everything. Y'all ask why these rappers don't speak up, why these podcasts ain't saying that, why this, that. Cointelpro, they letting you know the game plan right here. We done seen so many of our leaders fall, so much of our people try and fail, that the fear is implanted where people going, man, fuck it, let me get some money, let me live happy with this family like they told your ass to do, like good little boys, and let us do what we doing.
And this is why we need to acquire this knowledge, and this is why people need to smarten up in a sense and start doing their homework, because the more you know, the more you're able to control and move around in a sense. If you don't know nothing, it's easy for people to run circles around you. They've been giving us the same playbooks since the beginning of time, but they just keep making it elevated and sharper and stronger. Same way they took the biggest black man, beat him in front of everybody, made everybody else weak. What do you think they doing in the media with us? What do you think they doing with the people that's getting out here? They whooping them.
Now read that because you said the media. Read C.
The militant Negro makes spurious claims and charges and tends to rewrite history. Wherever this is done, it should be counteracted. Must be done in a medium which reaches the entire Negro population. There are papers and magazines which should be used if they will accept this material. If they don't, radio and especially TV should be utilized. Yeah. And that's even more crazy because we tell people all the time on here how you are programmed from these TVs, how you are programmed from these ads, how you are programmed from the music. And like you said, this is why we don't get the music that we used to get back in the days. And that's why you have people like Tupac that fought against this stuff. And he said it clear day as his stuff. What are you going to do when you can't talk about clubs and women and females? He said, we're going to get back to the stuff that we own because they ain't got nothing else to talk about. That's why Tupac's soul is still embedded in history right now.
Yeah, that's deep. It's crazy because you talk about COINTELPRO, like, and if anybody's seen Judas and the Black Messiah, how they were physically putting people within different Black Panther parties to, make things come to blows. I feel like it's probably that in the industry too, where you're a rapper or a singer and you got the A&R next to you, and he's probably that Cointelpro giving you certain information. You should go this way or you should do that. So it's such a crazy battle that we're fighting from all angles.
Agents of chaos like that. That's crazy. Anywhere where we're telling our people this, that, and the third, giving a playbook that rewrites history, meaning goes against the history that they taught us, the lies that they taught us, anywhere that's going on, they said they need to counteract and they need to utilize a source that reaches the masses, magazines, music, TV. That's the same thing that's going on today. Now they're using social media, the internet. So you see how it progressed? It went from newspapers, then it went to the magazines, then it went to the music, then it went to the television, and now it's on the internet.
The bottom
propaganda.
Same playbook.
The bottom line is this. Your melanin that we got, like we say, is worth more than gold. Imagine that. The one of the main things that's the highest stock of value on this earth that they praise or that they want to consume. You are worth more than that. You Black kings, Black goddess. That's how they look at you for real. But they don't want you to look at you like that for real. Understand your greatness, know your worth, know your value. And that's why more so than ever, people have to really become aware of what's really going on. I know people tired of standing in the mud. I know niggas is sick of it. I don't care what nobody say. It's about time we get to a point where things had to got to start being laid down. The foundation has to start being set. And it start with us, it start with you.
Malcolm X said that you control the media, you can control the people. And that's why propaganda is strong. What do you see in yourself will have the people thinking of what are they of themselves. So if you think negativity of yourself, if the propaganda of negativity is dumb, stupid, slow, whatever the case may be, that's the self-image you're going to have of yourself. When you start speaking positive, like you just said, kings, goddesses, you start having the people think in that motion and start moving in that way, it's going to be hard to control because now you got everybody operating not as one leader, but as a group of leaders.
But they don't want you to know about your third eye. They don't want you to know you can operate from a higher self, which is connected to a God consciousness. They want us to operate from our lower selves. That's why it's liquor stores on every corner. That's why they putting the drugs in the communities and things in that sense, because they don't want you to really understand that about yourself. So I just think it just comes to a point where people gotta relearn a lot of stuff.
So,
knowledge is the power, man, and we here to give y'all the knowledge. And speaking of relearning yourself, do you think Andrew Tate and Jake Paul needs to relearn themselves? Because this was a bad weekend.
Let's go. Finally,
This was a bad weekend for the streamers, for the alpha influencers. Andrew Tate got his feet whooped by what seems like a novice. I seen dude's last fight. Dude looked like he never had a fight in his life. And he beat the brakes off Andrew Tate.
And that's what y'all get for all that. Y'all be steady saying the hard ER and all that shit is a joke. Then the mixed dude came out there and whooped your feet. Jake, you had niggas coming out in Hulk Hogan gear, got your feet whooped by a nigga. It's like this is what happens. The shit is funny to me because I've been very vocal on this podcast about Jake Paul and how he's not a real boxer. And fuck the money, fuck all of that. We understand that. But what will he do when he's in front of a real boxer? I give him respect because he finally got in the ring with somebody.
Respect for that
I will give him respect for getting in the ring with somebody who's a professional boxer who's bigger than him in a different weight class.
We all taking a $92 million fade, nigga, to get our ass whipped. All of us would.
Nah, facts.
Okay.
But,
ain't no respect for that.
Not even that though. But this helped me understand and see clear of why he didn't want to fight Tank. He didn't want to fight Tank because Tank would have did BTA, and it would have been worse because he was somebody small. So now you can justify it as I fought somebody bigger than me, but damn near you fought everybody you had the advantage to beat up throughout your whole career. I understand what you're saying, Kyle. He got in the ring and still had the courage to fight. And the way I feel about Andrew Tate, I don't even look at him in a negative light in a sense, because sometimes at that point, what do you do when you have so much money, you have the world behind you, besides test yourself as a man and do certain things? He lost a fade.
I look at him worse.
To me, he lost a fade. It is what it is. He's 40 years old. You fought somebody half your age, and at the point, you just wanted to challenge yourself, and you got whooped for it. But at the same time, this is what people don't understand. He's going to be even stronger after this loss. So go ahead.
I think joke's still gonna fly though. I think a lot of times,
pop it too much.
Yeah, people don't want the jokes to fly. I think it's worse for Andrew Tate because Andrew Tate is a
Man.
professional.
My
Andrew
bad,
Tate's a pro-
Collie.
No, you good. Andrew Tate is a professional kickboxer who has experience, who says he can knock people out, and he's shown, certain sparring matches and things of that nature. Where Jake Paul, to me, is just a YouTuber, and I never took him serious to begin with.
I agree with that.
So that's why, for me, it's like Andrew Tate, you popped it as if you're this alpha male who can destroy guys and all
I
of
see
this.
what you're saying on that
And you
one.
can't even, you niggas is out
He
there
couldn't
with your
perform.
feet wider than your shoulders. So
So-
like you ain't catching no fade doing that.
I think what Jake Paul, he had the power of the youth. He had a lot of like
For
the
sure.
TikTok influence, like kid, like my son and them thought.
Easy to
Since
fool people.
He was easy to fool because again, he had the youth on his side. Like especially when he beat Mike Tyson. Again, I grew up watching Mike Tyson. So
well,
it's
I say every fight Jake Paul has, he's going to win because
Well,
it's fixed.
It's scripted.
again, it's
Yeah.
scripted and things like. But then Tyson is old. So
I think
when
Tyson
he
could have
beat
got him if it wasn't scripted.
if Tyson would have whooped his feet like Anthony Joshua would, it would have been ended there.
He said, fuck the script.
He said, fuck the script. But the thing about it is, you saying give him respect. I'm going to just say this. I think anybody skilled or skilled, unskilled or skilled fire would get in the ring with a trained boxer for $92 million. I don't see not one man turning that deal down, taking a broken jaw, bro. Your jaw go get wired up. You go be straight and you go have money to live off of for the rest of your life. I think at this point now, I'm glad Anthony Joshua whooped his feet. I'm glad he broke his jaw because at the end of the day, he was getting too big with this shit. I love what he did for the sport of boxing as far as bringing entertainment to it. Like, he got eyes on him. But at the end of the day, let's be real. Anthony Joshua been training his whole life for this fight. And I'm glad he made it serious instead of a mockery of the sport of boxing because boxing has been going down now. So I'm glad he brought back the seriousness of, look, we only got like 8, I think it was only 8 rounds. He knocked him out, what, in the 5th or 6th round?
Sixth round.
Sixth round, which again, this shouldn't even lasted that long because every time he was trying to get close to him, this nigga, Jake Paul is tackling his feet like it's a UFC fight.
I'm gonna
think
keep
it's
it
just-
real.
it's
I'm gonna
just-
keep it real. I was shocked by Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate was actually a real kickboxer. He fought in real fights and had a decent record. Now they say the league was a BS league, but nevertheless, he still competed. And we've been seeing years worth of training footage of Tate where he looked sharp, where he was sparring professional boxers
Like he
and
couldn't fight when
MMA
he got in
players.
there with this nigga.
He got in there and I didn't see none of that. So I'm curious, did they make him take a fall? Because he had that case and all of that. So I'm not to throw theories out there. I just didn't see any of the sharpness I seen in his training footage in that ring. Now given he's a kickboxer, that's different than boxing.
He still
That
throwing
doesn't
hands in the
trans-
sparring.
It's not
I
just
know,
that.
I get it, but he looked like a complete novice in there. Like he got beat the fuck up that entire fight. And I'm gonna go on record to say, using that, he's 40, guys 20. That don't work, bro.
Do you think
We done
that's
seen
not-
Mayweather. We
I
done
know.
seen on the same card Anderson Silva,
No,
50.
what's
just
the-
got a
the
knockout.
Woody, yeah.
Right? So I'm not giving that.
What's the oldest heavyweight?
George Foreman.
George Foreman. He
Yeah,
got
yeah.
out
But
at
I also
45.
So we not giving that. No, because I'm finna eat, right? Because
Okay.
I'm finna.
Just ate.
I'm going on my fast, so this is my last meal. And as far as Tate, I'm not giving him the age out because we can name too many boxers that is up in age and they whoop younger fighters. Look at Mayweather, how old Mayweather was when he beat
fought
Canelo the first
yeah.
time.
Bernard Hopkins, yeah. he's
Bernard
whooping
Hopkins,
niggas.
like you can go on and on and on. It's just I don't know what the happened with Tate. He got the beat out of him, but like that's the power of the ancestors, bro. You're on the internet saying the N word with the hard ER. Now you go meet the N word and he beat the fuck out of you.
But do
So
you think- do
shout
you-
out to
do-
bro. Hold on, because I'm finna eat. Y'all can chop up all y'all want. Jake Paul.
Nigga, the question was for you.
Oh, go
This
ahead.
nigga
My
good.
bad. Go ahead.
Nah, I was finna say to get back to your point. Do you think they got him? Is this another way what we just talking about of
No, I just
buck
think
breaking somebody?
I just
Bro,
think niggas
I'm telling
You know
you,
what I'm
it,
saying?
to
For him to
me,
start jumping out and say the hard you are when you got a black father, why start going on those rants?
because I had put a clip up where I said, these influencers have been using the hard ER as a way to promote
But
free
what
speech,
I'm
and it
saying-
don't make sense
what
because
I'm-
you got a black dad
Yeah,
that you are so
exactly.
proud of, that you claim you're so proud
It don't
of, that
matter.
you got all your morals from, this, that, and the
Y'all-
third. He only ever usually references his father. So to me, that was weird.
It's not
And-
weird when you look. Just because you're black doesn't mean you're black. It doesn't mean that you
Whoa.
care about black culture. It doesn't mean you put your kid on the black culture. It doesn't mean you tell them to have respect for their culture and things to say and not to
I
say.
agree.
That's just the fact. So, and when you see somebody like Andrew Tate's dad, and you even start hearing him talking, brilliant man. But again, did you really see any FBA in him? I hate to be that guy, but
I don't look at Tate as black, so
I
that's
don't
that.
either.
I never looked at him as black.
I don't think that's
what makes you go off the deep end and
Right.
start doing that when you're already paid. You're the biggest person already on the internet.
The most Google.
You have no reason to start rage baiting black people other than
more money.
no,
And that-
no,
and that-
nigga,
and that-
you have everything for them unless after all this stuff you went through and they had to make you get in line and the rest of this stuff and make you get in line. Like you said, I'm not giving them no excuses. Like he said, he ain't make no excuses. But like bro said, he looked at like you never had a fight in your life, damn near. Like niggas was putting BTA on you.
Facts,
the
he
whole
on the
time.
ring,
Even
leaning
the
on
way
him,
like the
on his
punches you was
knees.
throwing didn't even look like you was a trained fighter.
Like you leading up to the fight. His training up to the fight. I think he went to Dubai or somewhere where he fought 50 guys in a row. Put
Even
all
that,
50
it's like-
down.
It's content.
Now,
Come
I
on,
know that's
Viral.
content.
You know that's come on.
So this the only reason I'm having this kind of dialogue on Tate because he had a real professional fighting career. It's not Jake Paul where he was a YouTuber secretly training, then he jumped out there and got a bunch of rig fights. No, he was a real, actual, legit fighter. So the way he looked in there, like bro said, it looked like he never had a fight in his fucking life.
So I mean, it's 10 for one. That's 10, 15 years ago. I'm sure the crowds were very, very smaller. He was a very smaller figure where he didn't have that kind of pressure. He was coming in to take an L, so it's easy when you eating ground beef and an egg every night and you hungry. You gonna come in, you gonna whoop feet every night. You know, there's no expectations. There's that.
But he
Hold on,
trains every day though.
How long
You don't
ago-
just forget
How
that.
long ago was that when he fought the 100 men or something like that?
50 that was
Shit,
not too
that
long
shit was
ago.
not real.
But
Like,
what I'm saying is you
think
train
that-
every
think that was all
day.
fake too?
You don't just forget that when you've been training since a kid.
But see,
And
And had a
listen,
professional
but when
fighting
you
career.
train, though,
It's like riding a bike, bro.
And I understand it, but you also know this though. When it comes to sports and any type of level of competition, just because you go overseas and fade, the level of competition may not be as skilled as when you come over here. It's just like any type of your son. He goes to one of the best high schools in football. Let that school go play. Let's just say a Hawthorne High School. Yeah, they both varsity, but we already know the training, the coaching that's coming there to what you're going over there. The level of competition over there was ass.
The dude he
It-
fought
to
was a
me-
novice.
Yeah.
The dude he fought
Nah, I
is
think
a
that dude-
novice.
that-
He don't
His
fight at all.
novice was probably training harder than Tate, going harder
This
than Tate.
is my point. I'm trying. My bad. This is
Go
my
ahead.
point. I'm trying to make right here. It's not even the fact that you got whooped. It's the way the way you throwing punches, the way you're swinging, the way you moving. It was more so of that to me. Like it looks like you can't fight.
Y'all didn't watch it? Y'all haven't, like, again, I don't know what y'all are saying. I be watching boxing a lot and shit. And when I watch Tate box and do the shit he does, it's like Conor McGregor. Like, these niggas is throwing wide
I
punches.
agree.
They're very, like,
McGregor was calculated low key
nah,
with his
bro,
punches.
like, I mean, to an MMA standpoint, but to a boxing standpoint, no. These niggas have a very loose stance. It's like when you watch Nate Diaz throw, these niggas aren't boxers. There's some other shit. That's 10 years ago. Two, everybody looks good on the mitts in the bag. Anybody can look fired on the mitts in the bag. That's easy
It's
to do.
No,
content.
I'm talking about him fighting. Like he
That's-
just fought
the-
one
the-
of the,
the-
top up and coming
Who?
young box. What's the dude name? It's on Twitter right now.
Tate.
No.
The other
Tate.
nigga.
No, Tate.
Tate did. Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah. I saw him. He sparred with the nigga, and like he does have a style where he leaves his head out there a lot because he got good head movement versus a real boxer. He probably
Pause.
gonna put him down. But this guy,
I told you. Yep. Because y'all got me at the beginning of the episode. He got good head movement, head work. Yep. Nope. I saw that one.
Got him.
Yep. Nope. Because y'all
Brian
got
gonna
me.
take a walk. Yeah.
Y'all got me on the first part. I'm all like, ooh. It's always gonna be one. I'm telling you.
Damn.
No, but styles make fight though, and so I know we Viral trying to get at though. When you
Yeah.
leave your chin out there to get tagged,
I get knocked out.
That's
Like,
part right
And
there.
you're not, but like what Kali's saying, you're 40. You're not moving the same. Your brain might be telling you to react, but you ain't reacting fast as you think you are.
Nigga been on yachts and shit, smoking
Yeah.
cigars,
Boom.
yeah, doing shit.
So he's not living, and I do feel like this when it comes to boxing. I'm gonna just say combat sport. I'm not gonna just limit it to boxing. I do feel like the higher success you go, the more out of touch you get with that grit,
With the
grind,
reality,
with the
yeah.
reality of what you've been training. So that's why I say with that when Viral tried to bring up the novice fighter, he doesn't have as much money as
coming in.
Tate. He's coming in hungry, more ready to go because he doesn't get to eat steak every night like maybe Andrew Tate does.
It's-
Remember,
it-
Andrew Tate talk
it's-
about eating steak all the time.
Correct me if I'm wrong, though. That dude, he's been boxing. He's boxed.
Yeah, they showed a fight of him. He was looking crazy.
Yeah,
No,
he was
Colonel
boxing.
throwing punches.
No,
like
he was-
this.
Again.
You see that? I'm like,
No, I saw the highlights. He was like
niggas
swinging with his
is-
eyes
Colonel
closed
was
and
throwing
things like
bunk stuff. It had me thinking I could have whooped him.
Jake
The way
Paul,
he was
too.
fighting in there. But what's crazy, it's just like Tate, just pack it up. You have nothing to prove trying to get back in the ring. Unless you're doing that for yourself, But outside of that, go enjoy your money and
right,
fade
yeah.
away.
And
bro.
just train.
Yeah.
And one
Just
thing I want to
train.
ask the
Train,
viewers.
go get into something else.
No, I was gonna say train for more. So if that's your way of working out, because I'm thinking
like
of
you
train.
don't need to get in the public
Yeah,
space.
you don't
and
need
do
to
it.
get public place and fight. But if you like to do boxing style or MMA style, as far as training wise, the intensity, that's a good workout.
And
You
this
dig
what
what I'm saying?
What I want to say to the viewers is this: it is for Tank Roach, is Garcia Tank, is any of those
Shakur.
fight, is Shakur, is that not more interesting than the shit that's more popular today?
Remember how we talk
hold on,
about
hold on.
rappers have to have a backstory? So that's why Jake Paul and them, they have a backstory.
But
So they already
like-
got the eyes, the TikTok influencers and things like that. That's going to bring more eyes. It's about numbers now. It's
I'd
not
rather
just
see
about
Tank
fight.
for sure.
At this point,
We would.
No, what I'm saying is at this point, we're turning out in the masses to watch. Like, it's not even a fight. Anthony Joshua, the fight was fixed to a certain degree because if you pay attention, he came forward, he didn't hit him with no rights at all for 5 rounds.
And we all know he's a jab, yeah.
He could have killed him that very first round if he wanted to, and he didn't. It's like, is this what we're watching and we're calling boxing boring now? Niggas is calling boxing boring, real boxing, where niggas is really getting in there and going to blows compared to this shit.
It's just because
that shit is crazy to
We
me.
in a world where everything is just content.
Yeah.
Boxing has started transpiring over the years and years of starting to get too fake. We done seen so many boxing matches, even when I was
The
younger,
judges
where it was like,
robbing.
man, how did this person lose when they got whooped the whole fight? So I just think if we don't ever get the heavyweight like it used to be back when you had the Alis, the Frasers, the Lennox
agree.
Lewises and stuff like that, and the people that was really prideful in that came from nothing and wanted to squabble you for real, like I wanted to whoop you. That's the difference. They wasn't willing to sacrifice and throw fights. You got the Alis, and that make you appreciate Muhammad Ali a lot more now too.
With
when
the
you got
pride.
people like
I don't
even
think-
De La Hoya and Mayweather era. That shit was
yeah,
crazy.
I was gonna say, I
it was
don't
cool,
necessarily-
but even
yeah.
that era was more so. It was always you. Was
Who
looking for
wanted to be the best?
Mayweather
I don't
or
think
De La
no
Hoya.
boxers today was going to generate more than an Andrew Tate fight just because of who he became on
Right.
social media, the most Google man in the world, and everybody looking at him as like the ultimate alpha, unbeatable. He's putting on all these sparring clinics. Like Short, I heard you say, maybe he should train. That's the thing. That's his whole identity is the training. He's putting videos out every day at his compound, fighting. People flying from all over the world to fight at his compound.
So
that was the reason I asked, like, damn, did Tate get compromised? Because him going in there, bro, the nigga was throwing uppercuts from here. Like,
all a
nigga,
mile away,
I'm
yeah.
talking about from here, bam, and cleaning his clock. I'm going, nigga, I could have dodged that. And this guy's a YouTuber. I don't give a fuck about the age difference. I don't care how ferocious he's training. He was a YouTuber, not a real fighter. Tate, it was a real fighter. And once upon a time, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, that shit don't matter, bro.
He took it back.
That shit, the way he lost, the way he was looking, I'm like, I don't know, cuz.
He might have took it back.
It might
I
have
don't
something to do with
even see
taking the
why-
bag or that case,
but
bro.
even-
That didn't make no sense.
he got whooped
his
for that
speech
bag.
after he said this was basically for me. I'm gonna give him credit. I ain't gonna make no excuses. But he was like, nigga, in my mind, if we wouldn't fought again right now, I'll whoop him. So it's like, is you trying to say something in between that? Because it's like, why would you still feel that way even though you got whooped?
Right,
And I
because he
need
said
niggas-
a
I need-
man
hold
with
on, I need-
700 million,
Yeah.
usually they'll be kicking back, enjoying their money and just chilling with
Talking
bitches.
shit,
He said,
yeah.
for me, I got something more in me, pause.
Hey, this nigga.
Damn, he got
Super
PTSD.
Bowl,
These is his words, you feel me? So I don't know, cuz they been saying Tate is controlled opposition, bro.
He said these his words.
Oh, God.
Wow, this shit is wild.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, cuz. They got pictures
Damn.
of Tate with that opposition flag on, so I don't know.
I mean, this is
Exactly.
down there. Everybody, once he started going out the window with the N-word stuff, I never looked at him the same.
Then they
This is
said
like-
Jake Paul, they said the reason the Tank fight didn't go through because they was iffy if Tank would stick to the script.
Knock
So
his
they was
ass
trying to
out.
script
Tank was
it.
gonna put him down.
So maybe the Joshua fight was scripted, like you said. The first round should
Yeah.
have beat the fuck out of him, knocked him the fuck out.
He wanted
You know,
to.
chase him around the ring. You could get your knockout,
For
but
sure.
make it a fight.
And it's
Which it
crazy,
wasn't a
but
fight.
it's crazy. Even with Jake Paul, it's like if you gonna still get the money, why not really just squabble Tank? You lose, you lose.
But
You fought a
Masai, you made the
professional
point though.
fighter.
You should have said this on camera, like you just said. Is it more embarrassing to get knocked out by Tank, who's like half your size? You get what I'm saying? In
Right.
weight class, or lose a fight to somebody that's taller than you. I think Joshua got 5 inches on him, pause, and like the size. You know what I mean? I said, but I paused it though. But I mean,
No
like, you know what I'm
violation.
saying?
I
Like
know what you're
height wise
saying,
and
yeah.
weight wise, so it doesn't seem as deemed as bad to
Like
get
you
knocked.
supposed to lose.
You're supposed to lose somebody that's the bigger, stronger fighter rather than losing the Tank.
Yeah.
You
I
dig what
agree.
I'm saying? So maybe it's like, well, like you just said, Colleen, I'm not doubting you or clowning you by you saying I respect him for getting in the ring with Joshua, but the money was so big. Pause again. It was so much that you had to go in there and fade. But it's like, are we really doubting him because he lost to Anthony Joshua, who's a former heavyweight champ? No, that's what he's supposed to lose. But if he would have lost to Tank, we would have been clowning him because Tank is what 130, 5'6"?
Right.
5'4".
Come on, bro.
And he probably,
I'm just glad that
and
he
I'm
went
gonna go
in
say
there.
this on record. He probably wouldn't even have hit Tank.
Tank with a dog.
Hey,
walked
and
in.
this is the second boxer because remember, Tommy Fury, which he's not the Tommy Fury, Anthony Joshua. They're not like the most popular boxers, but they're professionals. They both whoop Jake. So it's like again, whenever he faces
fights a real boxer, yeah.
he loses.
And it was
This is
crazy.
why-
I was seeing people go out the gate. Oh, Jake Paul's a real boxer. Like
No.
you said, he's a YouTuber.
He's
that
an
started
entertainer.
training.
Yeah, he's an
He
entertainer,
went
bro.
and
At this
got
point.
I forget who they are, but they be out in Puerto Rico and in Dominican Republic at that gym, that famous gym training. He went and got all the bells and whistles because he got the bread. You know what I mean? But it's not paying off because your footwork is still trash.
Well,
I ain't
Endurance
mad
is
at him,
terrible.
though.
I'm gonna
He wouldn't have made a bag off of what he
Endurance
did.
is
Though.
terrible.
So
I
pri-
can give him that much.
So prior to that, let's just be real. So we already understand what's going on with Jake Paul. We understand he's not a real fighter. But can we give credit that the fact that he's bringing real fights to the undercard, like the two chicks that was squabbling?
Yeah,
And then on top of that too, and he brought Anderson Silverson back.
Yeah.
He boom, knocked. I didn't know Anderson Silva still got it like that. I appreciate the undercard that he brings onto the fight.
No, I
Again,
agree.
he may be gimmicky, but the fights that's under him are really real, and they're real trained fighters, especially putting the women on the platform who really don't have besides Clarissa Shield. These other women fighters, they don't have household names.
Yeah.
So now he's bringing those who
He's
are
somewhat keeping the sport alive.
He's bringing the sport alive, and that's what I'm saying. I wish he can make it where if he doesn't have to do the goofiness and just bring his
He like a
promotion.
He like a Diddy because he want to be the star. It's like if he just was the
right.
if he was just the Dana White and just had the production company, you could go and get, you know what I mean, all the
bring
pro
all the
boxers
fighters,
yeah.
that we have now and put them against each other and make the bread. But he wants to be the star boxer, and it's like you don't have those skills. But I do agree that he's able to bring good undercards. Every fight he has, the undercards are real fights that you actually want to see, and they get bloody. But
that would be a good route because you want to entertain. You can get on the mic and you can be bigger than, not saying be bigger than Dana White, but you can get to a point where
He had his own boxing league.
yes, exactly, where you can talk all you want and do everything else, be down there narrating the
You know how
fights.
like on WWE, Jerry the King Lawler and like the other cat was,
Yeah.
just commentating through the fight. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, that's how it is. Top rank, Golden Boy. You know, you can Mayweather. You start,
Dazzin, he can have his
you
own
start
network.
one of those things,
especially
and
if you
then,
actually
yeah.
enjoy watching the sport, because it's like, even though deep down within yourself, what it boils down to is that you're not the fighter. You're not a real fighter if you're scripting it. So it's even then, you know that. So it's like, well, you want the people to know, or you just don't care. Like a lot of these people don't care about being.
I think he just there
pump
for a check. Yeah, at this point,
Yeah.
because that ain't real boxing. I'm like, I don't think I'm watching the next one.
I didn't
think
even.
I'm
I didn't
done.
watch. I barely watched like some certain clips about it. I can't watch his whole
I'm
fights.
done. I'm cool off the Jake Paul
I mean,
fights.
well, if he fight like another influencer, like say if he call out, let's just say if he call out Andrew Tate, maybe I'll
probably
take
watch that. I'll watch
You get
that
what I'm
one.
saying?
I'll
Say,
watch that
like
one.
like
for
now,
sure,
if
yeah.
he call out another influencer that's like supposed to be out there with it,
Yeah.
or like say David Goggins.
But then take.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, but
Hey, David Goggins will whoop somebody.
Yeah.
But what I'm
Nah,
saying
but
is
Goggins
like,
ain't even no fighter.
No, I know,
But
I'm just
ain't-
saying.
I'd like to see
ain't-
that, though. I would
Ain't,
like-
his knees, legs is through.
That nigga walking on pure cartilage,
Yeah,
nigga.
Exactly. Ain't
Jake Paul put Goggins to
Didn't
bed.
Tate call Jake Paul out a long time ago?
Yeah. I think that's the only reasonable fight for Tate or Paul. They got to fight each other at this
That
point.
makes
Right.
sense. That'd be
That's the only
good.
thing that makes sense.
influence to influence.
I
I
Yeah.
think
think
they
that
did a face off. They did, and then it went away. I don't know what happened to it, but
But I remember Tate used to go in on him back in the day. But
how y'all feel about Ebro being fired? Him, Rosenberg, Laura Styles being fired from Hot 97 after what? 30 years, 25 years, something
Long
like that
time
of
coming.
service? Long time coming.
Long
you feel
time
like?
coming. Ebro, from what they say in the industry, he's held a lot of
People back.
progress back. A lot of the rappers who could push the culture forward, he's held them back, bro.
He's
Even 50 talked about
yeah,
it.
he's one of the main people that started like
Gatekeeping.
gatekeeping, or you got to have a certain bag to get on here. You know, you get people like Flex and stuff like that just like actual talent far as rapper. They gotta watch what he say around you niggas. Nah, I was gonna say raw, like raw rappers, but for the most part, I think that's kind of good. You know what I'm saying? You only do that for so long. Ain't no point in him crying about it. You had a good run. You had a point where you got big enough where you could do your own thing at this point.
Yeah, isn't
If
he
that's
on that what is it called? The drunk
Drink Champ.
drink champ? Is he on
Ebro?
drink?
No,
I don't
Rosenberg.
know
No,
what he
that's
on,
not
but
them.
Oh.
He not even. It
Somebody
wasn't
who looked
even,
like him. But
I don't know. Like You got the Sways, like you got the Funkmaster Flexes, you got the big boys. So he's
What?
not really going to be missed to me like that.
To me,
I think Breakfast Club put him out of business
No.
anyway.
I wonder. I don't think it's that because the ratings weren't bad. Breakfast Club, those are
You
syndicated.
saw what he blamed it on?
Those, yeah, he blamed it on the right wing, which I do want to get into. But I wonder if it could be some of that, or what did he do? Because their shows is nationally syndicated. It's a big show. They had good ratings. I want to know what he did or what they did to piss off iHeart or whoever it was, because them getting the replacements they brought in. I don't know. If
Yeah,
that's
I
the
don't even know.
replacements.
Yeah, ain't nobody finna watch that.
It's like where y'all. It could be a situation that they were asking for more money or more ownership or something. They said we got to get these niggas out of here and get some fresh faces.
Or did they go find some people and go back to what bro was reading on that C letter? They got some people they can put in position to control now.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
that's what I feel like. Lower pay rate. They can tell him what to do more, because recently with Ebro, he started really speaking out, in favor of Kamala Harris, speaking out against Trump, and I believe he spoke out against Charlie Kirk, and he's been very, very vocal politically, more than he's ever been in his whole career.
But Charlamagne do the same thing though with the Breakfast Club.
But Charlamagne has a little bit more of Charlamagne's brand, at least from what I know, was built upon, like, he had
controversy because he came
Boyd
off
Watkins, and he started the Wendy Williams route of interviewing certain types of people that were,
So that's kind of his
Some-
niche.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
exactly. Some people can get away with some things and some
And
people
he can't, yeah.
It's like for you to be speaking on something that this is
It's
like,
not like him.
yeah, exactly. It's not like you. So people might actually take in consideration of what you're saying. And like you said, getting in that political bag when you in those
It's
in
dangerous.
those certain parts, yes, it's
Bro,
dangerous.
keep it real. Ebro should have been out of there a long time ago, bro.
I agree with that.
He
The,
don't
the
have
way
his-
he
yeah.
treats the artists when they come, go look up that Kodak Black interview. Kodak looked at him crazy. Basically, damn near walked out of that motherfucker. I believe he walked out.
Even
He
telling
come
the
out
young
black.
niggas,
Crazy shit.
even in 2016, telling the young niggas, like, he told Lil Uzi, like, hey, you're not gonna make it. But
Lil
then
Uzi proved him
they
wrong.
ended up being the last big mainstream rappers. That's another
You're
conversation.
in New
though.
York City. You're not breaking no New York artists, right? You only talking about the same mainstream type niggas. And to the point where 50 got to come out and go, man, Ebro's the reason New York rap is dead. New York got all these new Pretty Drill or whatever the fuck movements that they had, the Pop Smokes and all of that. He didn't
Play
back
none of
none
that.
of that. He didn't back none of that. And to turn around and blame it on the Republicans. Like,
I don't
oh man,
think you're
they
that
didn't
powerful
care
of a
about
voice, yeah.
they didn't care about black people anyway.
And-
Okay, but you was
and-
there for how long? Damn near 30 years, 20, 30
And
years.
even
And you just now saying, oh, they don't care about black people. Like, we
And
about
what's-
to jump on your side.
and
That
what's
shit out, bro.
and what's even more crazy, like you said, to be in New York City, the birth of hip hop, you're not allowing or even looking for new talent
It's
out
wild,
there.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy work.
You will
To-
give all the nepotism
even-
because you
yeah.
from New
even
York.
thinking of a New York, like you can make your money for certain rappers like that, got it, but we used to New York rappers being out there and coming out there and spitting, and them the type of things why the direction of hip hop changes. Why some rappers probably feel like they got to change their sound and direction out there. When we know East Coast, we're used to the lyrical, the bars and the knowledge and stuff like that, and then now they see what's hot and they feel like they got to get on this drill scene or certain type of demographics because now you can't be New York because our New York radio stations ain't playing this.
I also think it's very telling of where we are in the times, right? Like, these radio stations, you're not as important as you once were. Where it's like,
Facts.
if you're doing any little thing wrong, get you up out of here. You even look at Charlamagne the God, right? He just got a $200 million deal to, merge with iHeart, have more ownership, and now he has his own podcast conglomerate where he's going to run podcasts. Where it's like, if you're not doing that, where you're making yourself valuable, like I can bring more in to be under me and get you paid, then we don't really need you no more because everything's going towards YouTube and streaming and shit. So it could also be that, like, if you're not going out, you're not Joe Budden, where you can get 300,000 views on your own, like as a person, then it's dying because we not spending this shit on the radio anyway. The money's drying up. So that's also what it could be, is just their podcast or their radio show is just not even as entertaining as the other shows, and it doesn't bring as much value to where if we got to chop somebody, it's going to be you.
It's
Nah,
not
it's fact.
because what's the last monumental interview that Ebro had?
Yeah. I mean,
You know
and
what I'm saying?
even that, like he does a lot of good stuff on Apple. I don't know if y'all seen him. He'll collab with Zane Lowe,
No.
and other people. He does it. Nadeska from formerly Everyday Struggle. They have a show on there where they'll go and interview artists or have a podcast. So I even see him doing that. But on a radio show, it's like it's been the same shit since the first interview in 2012 or whatever they started putting on YouTube. Like
even him in general, I never cared for him. Like in the sense of he's nobody I ever went to watch his stuff or listen to his interviews or I listen to Big Boy interviews. I listen to a Sway interview. I listen to LA Leakers. I listen to certain people. I've never been
Bootleg Kev.
That's what I mean. Yeah, even Bootleg Kev. But people like him, you're not interested. Yeah. So now, like you just saying to your point, Kylie, they have people like the Viral Way that's coming up where they can just go find different people that's building their brands or people building stuff to where like you're easily replaceable at this point. Like you said, people are building high fan bases, these TikTokers and stuff that they grabbing. There's just a lot of different avenues or different places now where people will have more sauce about themselves, people have more knowledge, people have more things, and the fans already appreciate other people more. It's like out with the old, in with the new. Like you washed up.
Out with the old, in with the new. I was gonna say, because when you already got somebody that's hot on the streaming services, it's not like you got to build them up. They already have a fan base coming in, so all they're gonna do is add a little more, trinkets to the.
We're gonna make it happen even faster.
Exactly, we're gonna make it happen even faster, and all we gotta do is add a little more to it or make it more polished. With the production.
You know what's
and things
funny
like
though?
That.
He down talked the streamers and shit like that. Like I remember he down talked academics, and now academics has been trolling them every day, every hour on the hour.
Employment,
because they were telling him like, bro, this is the future, and he was trying to low key get the streaming out of there because he
knew this day was coming.
Not even that, he just wanted the radio to stay dominant because he didn't see the power in the streaming, and now that you got Netflix doing exclusive only deals with podcasts now, and who was over there? Charlamagne
was doing it as well.
iHeart, I believe. So it's
iHeart. They taking everything off of YouTube, and they're gonna be strictly on Netflix. So we see where it's changing.
Which that's a really great idea because I'm gonna keep it 100. Most of us who watched any podcast got Netflix, and you're already paying for it anyway. So it's not like you got to go get a new membership to watch these podcasts that you were once watching. You might just have to download the Netflix app. But it also shows you with podcasting that, because remember in the beginning, even Joe Budden talks about it. There was no visual. Niggas was doing straight audio, no visual, but people want to watch these shits now. So I feel like that's another reason why Netflix is having it, because tuning in and watching it on camera.
Now you got
fun.
money.
They're seeing the ratings of people watching more podcasts more than anything.
Yeah. That's what I think.
And on top of that, too, let's just be real. When it comes to radio, you have to sit in the car typically and tune in for that time. A lot of people don't have that free time. Now we have to listen to it at our own convenience. When you're at the gym or on your way to work, people work different schedules. People got different lifestyles. Yeah. So now for it to be at a streaming service, like, okay, I didn't get the hear the interview yesterday. Let me check it out today. Let me get a chance to hear it now while I got a couple of hours while I'm cleaning up or doing what I need to do and busting down.
Now you're right, but even in the car,
pause.
even in the car, you're even in the car, most people are not listening to the radio. In my opinion,
they on podcasts now. Me personally,
I know that's what I'm saying though. But you listen to podcasts, and if you are
videos
or Spotify or Apple Music.
But I'm saying out exactly. You listen to your aux or whatever your music. So for the most part, radio is dead unless you catch the people like the big boys early in the morning cracking jokes. Some people might want to catch that on the way to work, or even Steve Harvey. So. Outside of that,
Steve Harvey's crazy.
No, I ain't saying that, but people do be listening to
the older folks do.
Tom Joyner morning.
No, not listening to him necessarily talk, but the comedy stuff that be coming on
the Tommy, how they be doing the pranks and all that.
Exactly.
I think it's good and bad with the Netflix thing. It's probably harder to access, not even probably, it's a little harder to access than YouTube. But on the flip side, it could be good. Like you said, you could wait till a couple episodes pass by and you could watch it like a motherfucking your favorite series.
That's
now.
What I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Binge
watch it. Or say you got a flight. You can download whole seasons before the flights. Boom, download your favorite podcast.
And on top of that too, Netflix, like you just said, certain ones and let's just be real. Not every interview you want to check out. You know what I'm saying? When a certain artists or certain actors or whatever the case may be come on, you be like, oh, I can't wait for that to come out. Let me check this interview out. So like you said, you can now be a lot more selective on there with Netflix.
I wonder if they're gonna have comment section.
You know what they doing? Netflix is probably the first ones doing this, but I guarantee we're gonna start seeing all these other platforms doing it, with the Hulus and all the other stuff.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Amazon. But because of that, now you're gonna have to have 3 or 4 different subscriptions. Most people are probably already got them. But I look at it to a point where now they're trying to take more control and get all the revenue.
It's monopoly where it's like,
exactly.
to me, and I wrote this down in the topics, the final standing 2 companies that we're going to see in the next 10 to 15 years going to be YouTube and Netflix. And you obviously don't have Apple, but I'm saying YouTube and Netflix.
They're going to be the giants.
They're going to control a lot of stuff because that's what they're doing right now with with getting the podcast deals. They're seeing, okay, this is a part of the internet that we don't have bought up, right? We have films, we got TV shows, shit, they got video games on that motherfucker if you go on there. We got kids shit, we have all these different avenues covered. We need to buy this avenue up because really it's taking money away from us. So if we can't control it, then we control the money.
Because once you go to that point where you only can come here for this, then that changes the game for sure.
I don't know. It could get bad, man. Because if you look at battle rap low key died off because Smack URL went to app only, right? They said, hey, we don't want to share our profits with YouTube. We want to get all money in. So come subscribe to the app for a monthly fee and you get unlimited battles. But it made it harder to see the battles because when it's on YouTube, it's easy to find. It's harder to find on that app if you don't see the announcement. Not only that, they started uploading the battles slower. And not only that, they weren't updating the app. So the app is like low-key prehistoric. It's hard to get battles when it close out. You got to start from the beginning. You don't start back from where you left off in the round. So it's a lot of kinks that goes into app only.
Hey, Varo, you got a point too, because
content.
even let's not even talk, you're talking about something smaller. Shoot, even things like a basketball game or a football game, you got to figure out what streaming site that the game is going to be on. You know, if it's going to be on Peacock, Thursday night now it's on Prime. You know what I'm saying? It's like things like that. You're like, damn, I got to make sure I got.
If I got to go through all these loops, I'll be like, F it for the most part.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
Because,
exactly.
I agree, and that's what I was getting at. Like, I'm not trying to download Netflix while I'm on the road. I just want to quick and go to YouTube. And I think they should have worked more deals out with YouTube than anything. And Netflix, all they're going to do is boost the subscription to Netflix once it starts booming.
Exactly.
And then they're going to tax you even more just to see it. And people going to be like, man, I'm cool.
And I wonder if they got a comment section because that's a lot of
That's
the,
that's what
you
keep
know,
it
while
going.
watching the interview, I'm reading the comments. Oh shit, okay, boom, boom, boom. They pointing certain shit out. Go to this part of the interview to catch this. So if you don't have that there, it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Takes away from the experience.
I love the comment section. Like you said, it kind of eliminate all the BS because they'd be like, hey, interview starts at 1 minute 55 seconds, or this is where they talking about the point when he said this, and that. And I do appreciate that comment section. So when Netflix doing that, the less of the interaction is going to happen now.
Hey, we got to revisit this game and Kendrick convo. I might got to recant what I said. I might got to recant a little bit, bro. I just watched the game interview. He had an interview on Back on Fig. Shout out to them for that. It was actually a good interview.
That was a solid interview.
T-Rail did his thing, man. That's the bag I like to see T-Rail in, man. He was in his journalistic bag.
You influencing.
Smack, I don't know what the you was doing over there, bro, but you got to get on your shit, man. But the game, bro, where do I start with this? One, he did not sound as confident as he did sitting in front of Shannon Sharp. When they brought Kendrick up, he downplayed his own pen to big Kendrick's up. He said, yeah, you know, I got punchlines and bars. It might go over your head for a week, and then you catch it. Kendrick, you might got to come back 3, 4, 5 years to catch his lines. And he was just really hyping Kendrick all the way up. But what I found interesting, a lot of the TDE artists and affiliates got in the comments once these clips start going crazy, and low-key was dissing game. Now, a lot of people are saying, you know, oh, Kendrick, he not tripping, he not. Nah, bro, Kendrick, he's an artist. So if you saying his pen take 4 to 5 years to break down, you think he not catching what we catching? You could come out in an interview and say you're not dissing him, but that nigga know. His camp know. They know what's going on. You feel me? So
no, he got amongst the real ones who can really go talk to the ones that was over there and bring up the game. Like,
it's not a compliment to say like it takes more time to break your shit down.
What I'm saying is in front of Shannon Sharp,
he was saying he's the best.
I'm the best out of Compton, out of anybody. But here he's like,
to his point, but to the point on there, he still said he felt like he was the best.
But what I'm saying, he didn't have the same
peacocking harder
confidence.
On
exactly. His chest was out over there. Over here, he kind of was like.
But Shannon Sharp didn't ask questions the way T-Rail did. T-Rail didn't allow him to beat around the bush with a lot of things.
You on the West Coast now.
Shannon Sharp more just like, well, what do you think? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Shannon Sharp is not T-Rail of the culture, though. Let's be real.
No, but this is what I'm saying, though. But it's more like, then you got, they're more connected to the TDE camp. So it's a little more different when you have to answer these questions.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. When you got more people that can go back and go do the secondary interview, like, hey man, was this going on?
Not even just a secondary to me. It's more like I might know more information, and you know I might know, and I know you more than they might have.
That's
a
relationship.
That's what I'm saying.
More humble,
he was.
Shannon Sharp Shannon Sharp ain't going over there to the bounty hunters. He ain't got no access like that. But they do. So that's what I'm saying. They can more so tell you like, well, game, if you said this and that.
Now,
the basis what I'm getting at is that T-Rail was able to ask questions that Shannon Sharp he can't even ask. So it brings out different answers in a person.
No, we understand, but like Short was just saying, you probably know that I know, nigga. So you can't come over here and pop it the way you popped it over there. Because now I'm looking at you like, come on, bro. We know what's going on.
Real brief. You know what I'm saying? I can go text Absol or somebody like that.
We know the ins and outs.
We know the ins and outs because we're part of the culture. And again, shout out to Shay Shay and all that stuff with his podcast and all that. But let's just be real. Shannon Sharp is not a hip hop influencer. He's a tight end. And then he just crossed over into the entertainment because of the accusation what happened to him.
And more just like it's just because it's some LA shit. Like it's a
It's
LA
it's
podcast.
homegrown.
Again, they have people smack, it's related to
AD,
whoever.
all of them, bro. They
They're all
got
related
people that
to
can holler.
TDE, so it's more like even let me watch what I say because I'm in front of somebody. Like you think somebody gonna, for instance, ask, or so you gonna ask somebody a question about viral, and you think they gonna just be like whatever, like just go crazy on because they know you viral's brother.
Somebody say he pulled up there the temperature check.
I gotta come a
he
little
did.
different. You know what
Smack
I mean?
had said some crazy shit,
Right.
and then T-Rail low-key put him on the spot, and Smack backtracked a little bit.
Yeah.
And Game was low-key throwing shots at him the whole interview. That's why I was like, Smack, what the fuck you doing? You should have just stood on what you said. All that. I was
Intimidation,
just
though,
playing
you gotta
shit.
realize though, somebody
all that.
well, you gotta realize we, me, you know what I'm saying? His intimidation probably was like, nah, Game right here, he'll probably do something to me.
I don't know, man. Game didn't sound as confident to me as he did in that Shannon Sharp
I
interview.
agree.
And I think he been sitting back reading interview comments too. I
And-
think them comments be tearing niggas up, and he's seeing them niggas over there for that TDE camp.
Can I tell you something?
starting to
I
come
think
out.
this is my humble opinion with Game. Game is a talented artist, but really the support on the West Coast ain't there for him no more. He's like the cool homie who ain't got no more friends now. Like, he wasn't invited at the pop-out. He wasn't invited at the Super Bowl. And these are cats that you came up with. And they all successful. Ain't nobody really rocking with Game like how everybody else is. Game is like the cool kid that's being left out.
That's a good point. But then he low-key,
He went from saying I didn't want to go to the pop out to I could have came if I wanted to, but the homie, I got homies that's go ride out, but it was different. We all know
You
what
think that was
was
too
up
much?
there.
That was too
you
much
know what was
explaining.
crazy
He
about
was.
that?
But it killed it when T-Rail told him this was about unity.
It
So
was.
now to the point that throws that all out the window.
To me, that's
But-
how you know he
but
didn't know if he was invited or not.
No,
Nah,
even if all it is, because what he's saying, and I'm gonna give him grace, because what he's saying, it could be something. If you a person that know you're gonna crash out, then that's a different story.
Game
No, bro.
I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is, if you really have what you say is a situation where I'm gonna go here and I respect what Kendrick is doing, but if I go there, I'm not gonna be on that type of time.
No,
saying,
that's
who's gonna-
cap.
Who's gonna go
regardless
like,
if it's cap or not? That's what I'm saying. I'm playing devil's
All right,
advocate.
go ahead.
If this is the case, then yes, I can understand that.
But this why
I
you
know why
can't.
it's cap, because we seen what happened when he released the video.
He released a
before the-
20-minute rant. A 20-minute rant. And I believe it was responsive to my video, but that's neither here nor there.
Man, don't humble yourself. Nigga,
Because I remember I put that video out about him
Nah,
not
we
being
talk
at the
about
pop
that,
out,
yeah.
and then everybody started asking. Then he released that 20-minute rant about why he didn't go. He
Drake
started
is his
saying, my
brother.
kids got practice, I got this, that. He gave all type of reasons, never mentioned the reason that he mentioned on back on Fig. Like, yeah, I had ops in there. It would have ended bad. It would have woo-woo. And T-Rail was like, bro, it was about unity. That was the point. There's a lot of niggas ops in there. Like, Game, how hard are you gang banging, nigga? You're rich.
Come on.
We didn't even
nah,
believe
but-
you was gang banging that hard before you got rich. So
And that's what I'm saying, bro.
Come on, bro.
Not even that. This is the kryptonite of it. The fact that he's caught in between Kendrick and Drake. But that's the biggest key point. It's like, I'm gonna stay out the way. I'm not gonna get on nobody's side and leave it at that. But at the end of the day, where he fucked up just being from Compton, you should have chose the side.
Nah, he chose Drake.
No, I know. What I'm saying
yeah,
is,
that's
but
what
you
I'm
should have
saying.
drew the line in the sand with Kendrick. I'm over here on top of that because y'all, it's deeper with the Damu stuff. I'm choosing the
Man.
side. That's just what it is.
I
Like,
think
you
that-
an industry
yeah.
nigga. I'm in
Cedar
industry. You
and
probably
West
been
Side
famous.
are right behind
Yeah.
each other, bro. Let's just be real, homie. They hoods is next door.
Right.
Yeah, I
Ain't no
think-
way you should be going with a nigga in Canada than you good going with the home field, bro.
I mean, but I'm not gonna say that. If he,
No,
if
this
he-
is an industry
if
nigga
he
from
feel-
Canada.
Hold on, let's hear
Oh, my
what.
bad, go
If,
ahead,
he,
go ahead.
if he has, bro, y'all, this
Go ahead. No.
Go ahead,
Go.
go ahead.
Go.
Niggas is bro. Are you gonna, if you have a relationship with somebody that's a strong relationship, and they're not from your hood, but you have a strong relationship with them, they've been there for you more, whatever the case is, and they're not from your hood or your town, and it comes down to it, you're gonna be more loyal to the niggas that are from a neighborhood that maybe you don't even know like that for real over the nigga that you know for real.
He knew Kendrick for
It
real
doesn't-
before he knew
but
him.
what I'm saying is that you don't know their relationship compared to his relationship.
I understand
Just hold on.
that.
Just because niggas are on the West Coast doesn't mean that he has to ride with him. I think that's why he got X'd out, and I think he chose Drake. But I'm just like, come on, don't make
Kylie,
it sound like it's a
Game is a
You can't say that
gang
when a nigga
rapper
said,
though.
You can't
It's
say
a-
that. You can't say that when a nigga got on here and said, "I like Kendrick so much, I thought about signing him, and I brought
Come
him on
on,
my
he was gonna be
tour,
an artist.
did everything else." You think them
Why
niggas
can't
didn't
you
grow
say
it?
that?
Nigga, I was with you when you first started. I grew with you before you even.
That doesn't
knew-
mean I
before
agree with
Drake
you. I liked
existed.
you and I
One
wanted to
mic,
sign.
one
That
mic.
means I liked you and I wanted to sign you.
Bruh.
Listen, no, I'm just saying, like, look, listen to the words. I liked him. I wanted to sign him. That don't mean we was home. Like, you have to just listen to what he say. Don't read into it. Don't add shit on top of it. I liked you. I wanted to sign you. I thought you was hot. It's the same thing with Drake. I liked you. I thought you was hot. I brought you on tour, but I wasn't really fucking
Let me
with
ask
you.
you this.
that's
So
not-
hold on,
Hold on,
hold on.
one mic, one
No,
mic.
Game
Say one
Game
thing,
is a
Hold on, let him
Game is
go.
a Pyru rapper.
I get-
He pushed that. TDE for the most part is a red flag, homie. Off tops alone, your allegiance rides with that. Your hood is right behind
He's
the
not a
West
gang
side.
member, so he don't
No,
understand.
and that's what I'm just
Yeah.
trying to get at, bro.
But
You
I don't
can't
think
say no.
Kendrick is
You
a-
can't say
in
you
that
a real
situation-
Pyru, this and that, and then you sign with a nigga that's not an affiliate.
In that situation, though, I don't
You
think it's
taking the
about.
industry over your hood.
In that situation, I don't think it's about that. When it's Kendrick and Drake, I don't think it's about the hoods. I think the pop out is about hood showing unity. But I think why Game didn't go is because it's about Kendrick and Drake and who he's more personal with, not about a hood. All the hoods coming together for the pop out makes sense, and that's showing unity, and that's why he should have been there. But he ultimately chose relationships between two friends as to why I'm gonna do something compared to two hoods. It's not this situation particularly is not about a hood and being loyal to a hood. It's about two people, because we're not gonna sit up here and act like Kendrick is some big whooped out just person that it's like that.
I'm
Where you're
not-
like, I'm doing it for my hood, because it's not even like
But
that.
he
That's
wasn't
not-
even
that's-
invited
it's
at
two
the
people.
Super Bowl prior to the Drake and
It's two
Kendrick
people.
beef. The Coast was listen. The big faces wasn't even fucking with Game prior to the Drake beef happened with Kendrick.
You
When they
can't-
did the first Super Bowl, when y'all won the Super Bowl in SoFi, bro, there was no beef between Kendrick and Game.
You don't say I claim to put the West Coast and I claim to bang the West Coast everywhere I go, and then when it's a West Coast versus something else, I go against the coast. That's just
And you
that's-
get upset
that's
when
just
when
that.
when the coast
And-
ain't showing you
and
love
even
no
on
more.
top of that, it's not about what I'm saying as far as the personal relationships. Nigga, Drake, he met Drake through the industry in a sense, and probably met Kendrick way before. And not saying he can have a closer relationship with Drake, but outside of that, he's tied more in with them
This is the
niggas.
way I view it, bro.
Yeah, okay.
Two things could be true at once, but ultimately, this the coast, bro. And you a Pyru, Compton. Too much is aligning for you to jump out there and make it be known, oh, I'm still fucking with Drake. At this point, when it's on, you chose Drake, bro. Because if it crack in the streets, y'all can be cool all y'all want. But guess what, nigga? This still the set. I can't choose. You from fucking Canada, bro. So if I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna choose, I'm just not gonna say nothing. He could have just sat back and been silent. He didn't have to say shit. He didn't have to jump out there and go, man, I'm still cool with Drake. I ain't choosing nothing. No, nigga, just don't say nothing. Let them duke it out. But if you gonna jump out there and choose a side, it's the home team, period.
It ain't
nigga.
no different from people when you know people and you be like, man, I fuck with you, but if it crack, you know what time it is. Stay over there somewhere. That's all it is.
Exactly.
So for the most part, it's way deeper. He's connecting. You can say Kendrick ain't no super blood and all this. Every nigga around him, damn near, is coming from that side of it. Like he just said, from the Power Rules to the Hitters to everybody else that backs Kendrick. Who do you think was on the cover of his album? All those people in those senses, and them doing music together. You did music with Kendrick before you ever even knew Drake existed. So,
But I do hear what he's saying
no,
about.
I do get it because I
Drake did-
might agree with Drake more.
No,
than
he's saying Drake did a lot for him with his family, shit and that. So I'm not saying you gotta necessarily go against that over a rap beef.
I'm
You
just
feel
saying
me?
I'm just saying ultimately
Don't do
that's
it
why-
publicly,
Drake did a
though.
lot
That's
for
why
Lil
he
Gang.
chose.
No, I'm
him.
saying Game said he did a lot for his family, this, that, and the third. But what I'm saying is you didn't have to publicly say nothing because
But do you get,
have
hold
the
on, but do you-
influence and the way you make it look optically
you.
to the
I
public.
get you.
It's
I'm-
supposed to be the coast,
I
and you
just-
making it look like you choosing Drake over Kendrick. That's making the coast look weak.
I'm not even saying you wrong.
It's
Kylie.
not really making a.
I'm not even saying you.
I think Game. Hold on. I think Game deserves whatever. If niggas don't fuck with him, I'm not here to defend Game. I'm just saying in that instance, it's like again, what you keep saying, he helped his family. You're expecting, y'all are asking a nigga to choose a nigga over something else, over a nigga who helped his family. Like, there is no
Bro, he went
nothing
against
else.
50
Hold
Cent.
on, let him go.
There
Let him
is
Yeah, I
no-
was about to say.
at that point to me,
No,
What are you
game,
talking
game,
about?
game has
He
an
went,
issue with loyalty.
He went against 50 Cent, nigga.
So,
For
no,
the niggas that brought you in and changed
I
your
was just-
life, nigga.
I don't-
Over
I don't-
Fat Joe and them niggas that he didn't
I'm
know.
saying,
hold
Game
on.
Yeah, I'm not-
always have a loyalty issue. Back with G Unit, it seemed like when it comes to loyalty, Game kind of struggles with that. He got into it with his brother. He got into it with G Unit. He gets into it with people who really show him love, who bags him. His brother was the face
Okay, so I'm
of
just
his
saying
hood.
that-
That's how he got that. That's how he got the credibility from banging Cedar.
And this is why people feel their ways.
Yeah, I'm not
because-
saying it's wrong.
Because
I'm
people
just saying,
feel like he retracts too much.
I'm just saying that if it's me, I'm picking somebody who's been there for me, helped my family, helped me for real over a hip hop beef or whatever the case is.
But look, this
That's
how
all
you-
I'm saying. And I don't think that, again, it has to do with the gangs. It's Kendrick and Drake. And again, like you said, there's power rules all around that, but Kendrick is not. Going to the pop out, to me, that's about the gangs. But the other shit, if I'm not gonna choose a nigga that never helped me over nothing.
But
compared
look,
to a nigga
hold
that-
on, hold on. This he made the greatest point. 50 signed you, or 50 helped your career. He helped write some of that album.
Didn't
He
want
helped
to.
blow you up. And then when it's time to go to war, you choose some rap niggas you look up to that you don't know over the nigga feeding your family.
So what you're saying is that you want him to be.
So that's a
cons-
contradiction.
So you want, but that's what we do as humans. You might be disloyal to a nigga and dirt him and not do it to the next nigga. So again, you
no,
have to
that's no, bro.
Game
That
has
don't
no
make no
loyalty.
sense,
It
bro.
doesn't. I'm not saying it
And
makes.
Game
I'm
is a
not saying
member.
it makes sense. But what I'm saying
This
is
what
that
you
each
missing. He's a
person you
member,
get-
though.
Okay.
So now that's certain allegiances you got to take when it comes to an outsider.
Mhm.
You signed up for that red rag, bro. The red side is going at Canada right now, which is Drake. You see all Drake niggas is riding with him. Them niggas ain't coming out talking about, yeah, Kendrick's still cool.
Okay.
Them
And
niggas
that's what I'm
jumped
saying, they
on, them
riding the
niggas
fence,
jumped
and
on
that's
Rick
what-
Ross
You just said it
when
perfectly.
he went out
folks.
to Canada, nigga.
They was on Rick Ross' ass. What I'm saying is with Game, his loyalty is shaky, bro. It just seemed like it's always kind of been like that. And no matter who it is, who's backing him, he seemed like he always kind of go at him. His brother, G Unit. You dig what I'm saying? Now the West Coast at the end of the day. Like, we got love for his music, don't get us wrong, but at the end of the day, who's really riding with Game right now?
The best thing Game could have did, and people would have still looked at him crazy, but they probably would have respected it more. It was like, I fuck with Kendrick, I fuck with Drake, I'm staying out of this. Neither one of them niggas gang bang. That's just where I stand at with it. It is what it is. But still, people would have still held that power rule stuff to him. Like he said, he's 40-something years old. He's still gang banging. He's still on that time. You know what come with that time, nigga. There is no straddling the fence when it comes to that.
Exactly.
You're here, nigga. That's what it is. Other than that, niggas gonna be, you gonna be outcasted, nigga. That's what's gonna happen. We know how that shit go. Or what it could, what happened when them niggas came over there? He talking about that, that's his boy. While
They
we
gonna
got
look at you
cracking.
stupid.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
exactly.
Talking
Now
about-
they looking at you like, what you mean? That's
Yeah.
your, oh, nigga,
Yeah.
let's go run that DP real quick then. Oh,
It's just different rules when it come to that, when you put yourself, and that's exactly why he explained on there when he said Kendrick is able to get bigger because I came in here on some gang power rule stuff and Kendrick can be Kendrick to the fullest. So I think that's where the lines get drawn for them at that camp. I don't know really what's going on inside of that, but outside looking in, that's how it would be looked at.
I do want to hear Kali's side, though, because he speak from another perspective, which a lot of people probably going to agree with
I mean,
Kali.
it's just simple as that to me. Like, if you've helped me in real life, I don't care about anything else.
But you going
Like,
based off.
Hold on, let him
yes,
finish.
yes, that's what I'm going based off of.
This not
Hold
what
on,
I'm
let him
saying.
That's
finish.
what I'm
Let
going
him
based
finish.
off of. I'm not going based off of a gang. I'm not going based off neighborhood. I'm not going based off a coast. I'm going based off of life. Point blank. Period.
How do
If-
we know what
if
Kendrick
you-
has ever done for anybody?
So all we know is what Game has said, and he just said that Game has stated that Drake has helped his family and other things. All we can go off of is what Game is saying. That's what we've been doing this whole entire conversation.
but Game
So-
was
so
never that
wait.
loyal with
So-
50,
so
though.
if-
50,
Why do you
shit.
keep going back to a whole nother situation? Like,
It's the same.
listen to
though.
what I'm saying.
What did Drake help him with, actually?
He said he helped him with his family and his kids.
I know, like,
I don't know.
He was-
You got to look up the interview.
Yeah,
I don't
so-
remember
so-
exactly.
So I'm going off of what he's
He-
saying.
he
here.
was
He's
more
going based off
successful
what
than
you
bef-
saying, and this is how a lot of things be going
Okay,
off that.
Let's look it up.
I just don't understand how
Hold on,
How
no.
does
That don't
he-
even matter. That don't even matter.
let's
It was
look it up.
important enough to say he helped his family. So let's just go based off that.
But
Because
how can
I-
he
Hold
help
on,
his
continue.
family,
Because I've
though?
never seen this.
But I'm saying he helped his family, but Game was more successful before Drake was even thought of. So your
No,
financial...
I get it. Let's let him finish though, so we can hear his side.
What I'm saying is that it's pretty simple. That in life, if somebody's helped your family, helped you, and you're friends, when it comes down to it, I'm still going to be cool with you over anything else because you've actually helped me in real life. This isn't jail. This isn't gangs. This isn't about rap beef. This is real life. And I think a lot of times we get convoluted and everything else matters more than that. Now, hey, Game made his bed, laying it. I'm not defending him for that. If people in the West feel like, oh, you were supposed to be on our side and all of this, and then cool, feel that way. But as a man, I have to respect that decision.
But you
because
don't,
hold on,
you don't even know this.
All we know is what we're going off this conversation. What Game is saying. If Game has said that and never said Kendrick helped him on anything, then we have to assume that Game has received help from Drake and not from Kendrick. Therefore, if I know if we have public knowledge of this person helping this person, but this person not helping this person, then how the fuck can people be confused when somebody says, hey, I'm going to show a little bit more loyalty to the person that helped me compared that to the person that not? The only people that understand what you guys are saying are people that are in the streets or gang affiliated.
Not at all,
because
bro.
that makes more sense.
long-winded.
No, I'm not long-winded. That makes more sense,
everything
bro.
you say. He's not
How
showing
am I
no loyalty to Dr. Drake.
How am I going nuts?
You know what I'm saying?
How am I
It's
going
like,
That's what I'm saying.
I think it's a
For
light
one-
skin thing.
for one-
Like,
How is it a light?
For one,
Bro,
Colin,
you
let me
look
talk
like
now.
Myron Gaines. You have to stop it. This nigga got the same texture as Abu Dhabi. This nigga, no, because
You going
niggas,
nuts, bro.
I'm not going nuts because niggas
You don't
keep
even
doing this
know.
shit.
We don't even know. I never heard Game say this in my life. For
Niggas
one,
keep.
I never heard this. You going off of what bro just said? We don't know nothing. And
Nah, he said he did say
I know.
that.
I just
Drake
want-
is
but
less
this-
threatening,
let me
my
say,
nigga.
Hold on, short, calm down real quick.
We
Look,
can't go off what
let
if,
me make
though.
one point though. All I'm saying is I've never seen Game come out and say, "Well, this nigga's helped me with my family X, Y, and Z." You're going off of what bro just said. You don't even know if this is facts yet, but you're gonna say it's facts because bro said it.
We've seen
But
him
this is what
say
I'm
he has a
saying.
relationship
Okay,
with
let
him
me
more than
finish.
Kendrick.
I'll just let you
multiple
talk,
times.
cuz. Let me say this then. Kendrick has got on albums where Game has sold music off of being based off of Kendrick. That's putting money in your pocket and your family's pocket. If I didn't have to get on these songs with you, I didn't have to get on your album with you. That's still in a sense of a way of helping somebody, regardless of what you want to say or not. And I don't even know. That's why I'm asking, what's the context of what did Drake do?
I think
Drake did
Game-
shit for a lot of niggas that turned on him, that don't like him.
I think
Nigga, a
Game
lot
is
of niggas, just because I do something for you, don't mean it was genuinely,
I think-
I helped your family.
But
This
if
is
Game
the
is
thing,
saying
cool
it,
with
then
him
I'm-
because
Hold on.
If
This the
Game
only
is saying
thing
it,
though.
then-
That's why I'm asking the
Nah,
context
that's what I'm saying.
of.
We only gonna go off of what we know. I don't want to do the what if stuff.
I think Game is go say he go side with Drake because he's less threatening. He can control Drake.
But
He know
Game
Drake
never
won't.
said he sided with him.
Well, he was just saying he
No, we're
did so
taking
much
how
with
it
his
looks
family
by
and-
him jumping out there. It looked like he sided with Drake. That's why everybody started saying it. It's like where there's smoke, there's fire.
He probably thought Drake was gonna win.
Then you wasn't invited to the pop out. That's why, nigga, everybody's there. You're the biggest from Compton outside of Kendrick, right? Kendrick came, took the crown, but by you not being there, it made it look
But
like
if he's
it was something.
if he's so cool with Drake, how would he look like? He's saying you're the minor. Like that's he played that song. They Not Like Us like 7 times. So how would that look like on Game saying I love Drake is my brother? And that whole concert was damn near Drake doing They Not Like Us like 6, 7 times. He would be looking crazy like he always do. That's what I'm saying. It's to the point now Drake has isolated himself where he's cool with a Canadian, but when you come back home, nobody's fucking with you. So he picked wrong. He's like a bitch who don't know how to choose a right baby daddy.
Yeah, if he's upset about the consequences of his decision, then that's stupid to me because you made that decision. You made your bed, now laying it. But I don't think the decision is wrong. I think being upset with the consequences from a decision you knowingly made is the problem.
Yeah, just me watching that interview, it sounded like he regretted what he did because it was a simple question. Were you invited to the pop out or not, pretty much? Or why you didn't go? And he went into a tangent about gang banging. He went into a tangent about going to the county jail, catching phase,
Yeah, I
getting
did
to a
all that.
shootout with the T-flags. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Are you
Reflection.
invited to the pop out or not? What is all this other shit you talking
He
about?
basically tried to say why he didn't go, even though it could have been a yes or no question. But
None of that
But
shit.
nobody was on that though.
Nah,
up there,
none
bro.
of that shit made no
it was
sense. What he
neighborhood
said.
Crips up there. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. They were in Inglewood and this neighborhood Crips there. Like, that's what I'm saying. It was about unity.
And it was niggas tweeting going, well, who the fuck gang got beef with that was there?
But even not
Who
even
you
on,
talking about?
even on top of that, it's just more so when you get to those points, because you know that leads to more questions. Okay, if you answer no, then why you wasn't? Then now people are gonna start to insinuate, well, what's going on with you and Kendrick that you wasn't invited to the pop out?
Man, it's already up.
I know, but you don't know why. But that's what I'm saying. It leads to those more questions. That's what people do to maybe get out of them questions.
But this is why Game get into the problems you get into. You make that whole album. We all heard the sneak disses. Like, let's knock it off, bro. I don't care what he said. We heard the sneak disses. Then you get on the interview and big the nigga up. I'm not trusting no nigga like that. If I'm Kendrick, the fuck are we, like, what were you talking
That's
about?
what I'm saying, bro. Now it's to the point now, everybody's asking these weird questions to Game. And he has to answer to them. He picked wrong, essentially. He thought Drake was probably going to win because he was the bigger artist. He made the most hits as far as like commercial-wise. And he got beat up by Kendrick lyrically. And now he's on the losing end with his homeboy.
Yeah, I just think if Kendrick respond, it might get dark for Game.
I don't think he will. I don't think it's.
I think it'd be fun.
It might get dark because Game could rap his ass off, but that the way the public view you and treat you on social media, that add 100 times more fuel on them diss tracks. When they making memes out of you on Twitter and that shit get to spread on Instagram and Facebook.
I think Game is talented enough where his lyrically wise, he can hold his own.
For sure.
Just let the music talk. I think what somebody's got to tell Game is, hey, bro, if there was going to be a diss record between him and Kendrick, just put all that focus on the music. Don't worry about
But we seen my bad. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, don't worry about the antics. Don't worry about the interviews and nothing like that. Just stay in the studio.
Right, but
you know what I mean?
We seen like he said, I seen J-Rock post a comment.
And that looks bad, bro.
Yeah, it do. And then
that looks bad.
Not even
that mean they talked about that shit behind the scenes, bro.
Either that, but then even the dude that they was talking about, what's his name? Two T's. He posted a comment. So it's like, and they was laughing and stuff like
and
that.
And then he tried to say 2T stayed at his house and stuff.
I know, but they laughed at it. But what I'm saying in the sense when it comes to rap, we just seen what J-Rock did on that beat. So now it's like, do you start to go against that? Like, do you really want to go in that bag against J-Rock and Kendrick and whatever else comes with that? So we'll see, man, when things unfold. I just think he just got to start standing on certain things he say and just be, and that's just the main thing. That's why it's hard to when you trying to just be yourself, man, and stand on your own truth. Because outside of that, like to what Kali point was,
you got to put that shit on the shirt.
What?
Outside of that, you got to put that.
I say that too much.
This nigga got to put that shit on the shirt.
Outside
God
of that,
damn.
God damn. But regardless of the fact, stand on what you say and just mean it. Like you said, if it's bigger than the gang shit, Kali, if you feel like you that cool, you should have had a talk with Kendrick and them, or you should have just been like, Kendrick, I'll fuck with you. You know what it is with me from the beginning. Kendrick probably would have respected that. And like, nigga, this your beef.
But
that's all it is.
Even if
It
you
was a
tell
rap
Kendrick
beef.
that, Kendrick don't have to accept that, though.
I'm not
because,
saying that,
you know,
but
now
I'm
you
saying,
picking it. Like, I look up to you, gang.
Well, Kali saying he didn't do nothing wrong. Y'all saying Game did something wrong.
I didn't say neither one of them did nothing wrong.
Did he do something wrong or not? Like, let's draw the line there. Did Game do something wrong?
By doing what exactly?
Exactly.
By picking Kendrick or by...
No, I'm saying he did not get invited. So whoever sent the invites felt he did something wrong.
No,
by voicing his opinions on him not picking sides. That's the way I'm viewing it.
Nobody ever strictly asked him, like, are you team Kendrick or are you team
Well, he
Team
said
Drake?
it.
No, he volunteered the info is what I'm
No,
saying.
what I'm saying is, but he bigged up both of them. He spoke up on Drake and he spoke up on
But that's what
Kendrick.
I'm saying.
So he didn't
it's
choose- he didn't choose
wartime.
nothing.
You didn't have to say
but
anything.
according to y'all, so that's my
Nah,
point.
go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
according to y'all, he did choose. So
He picked
chose-
Drake.
he
No,
picked
I
Drake.
never
Do
said
you
he
feel he
chose.
choose?
I said this is why he's getting the flack. 'cause
No,
he-
no, we gonna ask. Did he choose? Yes or no?
In all honesty, to me, no. It's not that serious. To me personally, in all honesty, he didn't choose shit. Them niggas is straight. But
He didn't choose. That's why niggas is mad because he didn't
So
choose.
and that's what I'm trying to get at. You not picking a side is choosing up. You not on my team, then you the enemy. At the end of the day, you from the coast where gang again. I understand you don't want to say that.
So
has nothing to do with
Drake
gang.
should look at him as the enemy too, then, right?
no, that's
No, Drake is
I
cool
don't-
with him because Drake is not
No,
part
you
of that.
said
life.
you said according you not choosing. So if he didn't choose neither one, Kendrick and Drake should look at him as the enemy.
No, Drake is gonna be cool because he's not a part of that culture. So he's
Right.
like, Drake is my brother. He did it with my family. So Drake is like, okay, game still loves me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As you're part of the culture and understand how we get down out here, Kendrick's gonna be like, okay, but bet when we have it, then don't even come. Then since you're not
No,
picking
I
a
know- I
side.
know how it
I'm
goes.
inviting the people
Yeah.
I know who thugging with me. When I sing They Not Like Us, we gonna be in the crowd saying, hey, minor. We ain't gotta look at game and see if he gonna sing it along with us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We ain't gotta check to see is he gonna say the words or is he gonna just sit there and vibe with it?
Right. Because it was niggas that Drake was cool with that was there.
Russell Westbrook. not Dame Lillard. What's the other basketball player? DeRozan.
DeRozan
was there. And
He's from
DeRozan.
Compton.
But
Exactly.
DeRozan played
know.
for the Toronto
And that's why
Raptors.
Drake went out the window
Went out the
trying
window,
to start hating on
exactly.
DeRozan. Even DeRozan knew what to do.
And he's a Thank you. And he's a basketball player.
Exactly.
What I'm
But
saying
that's
is
my
they
point. I understand all that. Yeah, I understand.
was just
for
saying
sure.
Game shouldn't feel no type of way for not being invited to the pop out and essentially feel isolated, bro. He picked. I mean, he. Nobody forced him. He picked this. He picked this for himself.
Yeah, besides that, it was a good interview. I just thought that part was kind of funny to me because it seemed like it touched the nerve. So I just wanted to get y'all views on it. Y'all let us know in the comments, man. Y'all think Kali got a point or y'all think Messiah and Show got a point? Y'all let us know.
Oh, you acting like
you
gang.
got a point. You think this nigga got a point? You don't put it on us.
What
nigga.
you mean, nigga?
Who has them? Y'all just give us who points
Yeah.
y'all fuck with and who don't. He trying to separate himself.
I didn't get a chance to get my point. Y'all
Well,
niggas
you the
is
main
spazzing.
nigga that brought it up. Give up your point then.
Y'all know my point. They feel some type of way, and I think Kendrick gonna respond. I just think not right now. I think maybe they might even wait. He might be being strategic.
No, was he right or wrong?
Who?
That's what you asked us, didn't you?
Was Game right or wrong? I think Game was wrong for jumping out there and saying, I'm still cool with Drake. This. At that point, you got to just be quiet and let the beef be what it's going to be because you even speaking on it. Why are you speaking on it in the first place? Are you trying to insert yourself at some point?
Was he right or wrong for not choosing a side?
He's wrong for going against the coast
Thank you.
publicly.
Finally,
He's not wrong for not turning on Drake because, like Kali said, nigga, if you really did shit for my
You
family,
try to leave room for
Political
Fuck
like
y'all.
this. Don't worry about
Nah,
it. You on that
draw the
game.
line.
You
Y'all
on that
niggas
game
crazy.
shit right now.
Exactly.
Hey,
Now
you
you
trying
trying
to
to
why
which one
is
is it?
You
Nigga,
want
nah,
now.
nigga,
Listen
you
to
said
what I'm
draw the
telling you.
line.
Now we gotta have a meeting with you like,
What's
bro,
wrong?
you
Listen
just
to what I'm
doing it.
telling
Nah,
y'all.
because now you straddling the fence
I'm
too.
not straddling.
You're doing the same thing.
He was wrong for
No, it's either
publicly.
is he wrong or not? It's not.
No, it is. It's
You-
nuance.
No, once you say he's wrong for not choosing the coast, that's it. There is no explanation
Yeah,
after that.
exactly,
You're doing
bro.
the same thing.
I'm not doing the same.
Yes, you're
bro.
trying to give.
Yes,
you're trying to
you
justify
are.
both ends.
You're
of the spectrum.
justifying why I'm cool with my friend from Canada
Yeah.
and why I'm not going
Listen,
with the
bro.
coast.
Let's say I
That's
had a
exactly
homie.
what he did in the interview that
No,
you were talking to him about.
I wouldn't have said nothing publicly, bro.
So you're doing the
But
same.
you're doing it now.
You're not picking a side, fam, and that's why you're not
It's
going to
the
be invited to
coast.
the pop out.
Let's
Viral.
end it.
That's why you're not going to be invited
He's
to the
trying
pop out.
to justify about the nigga from Canada.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not
bro.
justifying shit.
He really want to be on Kali's
it's the
side right
coast.
now.
I
Yeah.
don't have a side.
No, because y'all niggas wouldn't even let the nigga talk. I'm
Bro,
trying to hear his
man,
side.
we
Let
did.
him start going
Yeah.
nuts, nigga. He was long-winded.
No,
Nigga,
I really wasn't, but it is what it is.
Y'all didn't want to let the nigga get his bars
It don't
off. I'm
matter.
like,
No,
God
he got his
damn.
bars off. It's
Don't
just
matter.
Game goes against anybody that was loyal to him in the beginning. Game turns on, bro.
I agree. He got a problem.
This is a
It's a track record.
It is a continued habit for him, bro. He went from G Unit to G Unit. He went from, I was on the west side and I was in the Crip hood, but I went moving in my brother. I'm banging this. Now him and his brother, like, bro, you go at it with everybody who show you love, who try to like embrace you.
Nah, I agree. Like the point Kali tried to make, it would have
He
been
even said
cool.
with Dre. Kanye West did more for me than Dr. Dre did on Drinks
Yeah, I
Champs.
know he went
Like,
that.
that's terrible. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Bro,
Yeah.
he gave you the documentary,
Dre
bro.
don't fuck with him.
Come
That's why he
on,
didn't get invited to the
bro.
Super Bowl.
Game is too emotional,
Yeah.
fam.
That's the bit.
Y'all got
That's
a point.
And that's the highest key is the emotional intelligence. And it's like you start to compare and contrast, but some things are better left unsaid.
That was what I was saying.
That's all it is when it comes to that. Dre still.
So
got
now you saying what I'm saying.
No, Dre still.
Now
can't-
you straddling the fence. Is
I'm
he
not-
invited now?
Yes.
Because he said what the
He
fuck I
picked a
just
side.
said.
He picked a side.
I picked a
I
side
said
from
it's
the
the
beginning.
coast. I said it's the coast over everything. I don't give a fuck, nigga.
All
You
right,
from
now
Canada?
you said it. Now
You
you
from
just said
Canada going against the coast? It's the coast, nigga.
All
All
right,
I'm
now you
saying.
say that. Now you
Period.
say it
I
like
can't
that.
even get into Canada,
now he
so
trying to
nigga,
fire
it's the
himself up.
coast,
Exactly.
nigga. Yeah, homies, nigga, I can't even get into Canada, so it's up anyways.
Oh, because they don't
Yeah,
let
that
fellas in
part. They
there.
don't let fellas in. Nigga, it's up. But all right, this is heavily requested by the fans, the viewers. They want to know our take on it. I wasn't going to speak on it, but they done requested it so many times,
got
we
10
might as
minutes
well,
left.
right? Munchie B, quit no jumper.
No.
Did y'all see the crash out?
When he
I
was
seen
drunk
it.
and trying to touch
When
on
he
him?
was super drunk. Was Munchie wrong or was Adam in the wrong? What y'all think?
I think Adam just used what Munchie can. The talent can only go so far. I don't really particularly care to speak on him, but I don't think Munchie really offered too much to the show after a while. He replaced it 4 extras, and it's only so far you can go with the Munchie B interviews.
Yeah, I think both
Okay.
people are wrong. I don't think you act like that as an employee. You don't act like that, and a boss, you don't act like that. Point blank. Period.
Yeah,
It's the environment that it is. I understand that, but you know,
as a boss, as him being a boss, you allow that. You allow a nigga to come on there with a fifth of Hennessy and then get mad when a
Facts.
nigga go blackout drunk. So at the end of the day, that falls back on you. Getting that cut crazy like that was wild and crazy work. We know what the fuck going on. But people they develop relationships in the sense of where he probably feel like you can play with you like that. But outside looking in, we all looking at it. And a lot of people don't like to see that when it comes to our people. So niggas got to carry themselves accountable and be better in a way. Y'all know what the fuck gonna happen when y'all go up there with him. He out there playing with every nigga that come up there. In the same cycle, nigga come right back and get in the same bag.
Yeah, I view it the same way. I think it was wrongs on both behalves. I mean, for Munchie, for me, I'm not getting that fucking blackout drunk on no podcast or nowhere in public, period. You know what I'm saying? But he might be battling some other shit to where that's how he operate. I'm more so looking at who did Munchie have there with him as far as homie-wise, where they didn't like, hey, hold on, like, chill out. Like, you doing a lot right now. Because to me, Adam was in content mode. If you look, when he started to try to turn up, he was peeking at the camera. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your dead hand. You know, he always played with niggas' gang, same way he did Aunt Hefe. He said, yeah, I'm so cool with Aunt Hefe, I wouldn't get a lower back tat. We all know what the lower back tat is, right? Yeah. Aunt Hefe from Trey's, that's a play on the T word. So he finds little ways to play with niggas up there to see how much he can get away with it, but the niggas allow it. So when niggas always get in the comments, oh, y'all give Adam a pass, bro, we tell y'all time and time again, or at least I tell y'all, I'm big on self-accountability. As a man, it always fall back on you, bro. People can disrespect you. You can't control that, but you can control your reactions. So what I see is a lot of niggas tolerating disrespect. So at that point, once you're tolerating it, why would I speak for you? You grown as hell. If you go up there time and time again, let a nigga play with you, let a nigga play with your set, play with your rate, play with anything to do with you, and you allow it, at that point, there's no point for no other grown person to interject. You're grown, you're allowing it, that's what you want.
On Munchie's behalf, though, from not being able to see somebody should interject, and putting feet on cuz is crazy work.
Well, he kicked the chair. I don't think he necessarily kicked him. But even kicking my chair, you ain't even kicking my chair, nigga. That's too far. Nigga finna get off on you for that. But Munchie is blind. So I don't know what the fuck niggas want Munchie to do. It's like, I keep hearing these niggas on the internet, oh, Munchie, you let niggas do this. The nigga is blind. What the fuck do you want a blind nigga to do?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, where your handler, not gonna say handler, I don't want to make it seem like
it is. Like,
it is his handler.
But yeah, but somebody can be like, hey, no more. Like, hey, kick back on the Hennessy. Like, you gotta just have somebody responsible.
But then when you get somebody with a maybe in his position that feel like the only reason they there is because he there, some people be scared to even say shit.
What grown man is finna? But like, I'm a grown ass. I don't give a fuck if I'm blind, one leg, two leg. You're not finna tap me and say, hey, stop drinking. I'm a grown ass man.
I'm gonna tap you.
I'm gonna tap my homie.
I'm not saying that.
You ain't gonna allow it.
I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that how many niggas do you know got somebody around him that's like doing that, and you might do it, but that don't mean they're gonna listen.
If us three, when we was out and about,
sometimes
hold on, one mic.
Gonna say if we was all out, I'll just say if I'm getting too faded, I'm doing too much. I want one of y'all like, hey, show, you chill, you doing a little too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm tripping, bro. Just kill. I'm gonna take that as constructive criticism because I feel like y'all looking out for my best interest. Now, if it's somebody outside who I don't know, you can't tell me what to do. But if you like one of my brothers or one of my homies who I feel I can trust y'all, I'm gonna take that in consideration. Like, all right, let me slow it down a little bit.
And the fact that you own camera for that too, and that's a fact. You should be able to tell somebody like you wilding. He might be feeling like I'm faded, I'm in my zone, but you're not realizing you get to a point you can't come back from it.
And I'll say with Adam, you can't complain when a nigga start doing shit you don't like when it's going bad, because when it's drunk Munchie and it's going good and the fans love it, oh, you see Munchie crash and the ratings going up, then you love that shit. But you having a bad day that day, all of a sudden he drunk, and y'all know the drunk motherfuckers, they get touching you a lot.
Yeah.
That shit, I'm the same way, bro. Yeah. I don't like when drunk niggas get, because you know when niggas get drunk, they get touched and they want to get close when they talk.
No, and it's worse when you sober and they drunk. That's the worst shit. That nigga go off the wall.
So that is a valid crash shot. I know everybody hate Adam Guts and they like, nigga, he blind, this and that. That shit is annoying, especially once a nigga is telling you, hey, stop touching me, and you steady doing this shit. It's like, how much of this am I supposed to take after a while? You know what I'm saying? So I think it's right and wrong on both sides. I mean, I'm not just gonna say Adam just all the way crashed out, because to me it was content. I thought it was a play.
He did content because any outside of No Jumper, any other business establishment,
he not doing that.
Nah, he not doing that, or somebody would have walked you up out of here, man. He too loaded. Take him home. But as he knew he could make, he's in content mode the whole time. He knew spazzing was gonna create content.
It was gonna create the content.
Create this conversation that we saying, because you get people now. I see him putting it out there. White man kicks and does everything to disable black men, and you're gonna put it in that type of context. But it's like us as a people got to start holding ourselves accountable and holding these people accountable too. If you allowing that, but it's different. You know what I'm saying? It's just,
Adam know who he
that's
can
what
and
it
can't
is,
play
man.
with from what I see, because before 4Extra hand got blown off, he wasn't doing that type of shit to 4Extra. 4Extra slamming tables, breaking mic stands. He doing all type of shit up there. And Adam up there looking scared to death. Now that 4Extra hand blown off, Adam trolling them, hey, I want the fade. I still think 4Extra probably put him down with the one hand.
And y'all gonna be and y'all can be mad about my response, but at the end of the day, people signing up for the circus, bro.
Facts.
You know what the fuck you getting when you go to the circus.
And the thing too with 4Extra, he don't smoke and drink either. So that's in the right state of mind. So if he go crash out, that's just who he is.
I'm just saying, like bro said though, you know what you're going up there to get into. You're not gonna be exempt. Nobody up there has been exempt yet. So Munchie is just another chess piece on another pawn on the chessboard that's finna get replaced by another one. What, AD and them left? What, they Crip Mac went to jail, replaced him, 4Extra. What they had, the voodoo nigga in between that. Now Munch, it's like, it's never ending, bro. It's gonna be somebody next.
A cast of
and they're gonna be the same thing. Like I just seen,
bro, they had Lush on it. They had Lush in the blender.
Yeah, Lush been fired, brought back in the blender. Adam Lapdog. And now Hellcat, she the latest one. Oh, Adam, man, you was my favorite white boy.
Hellcat crazy.
He's not your friend. Like, I don't know what type of spell Adam putting on these niggas to where these niggas start believing they're friends with this nigga. He's running a content empire, your content. That's it, that's all. Now, y'all might get cordial because it make the content better when we all cool. But at the end of the day, you ain't going to his house. You ain't kicking it with his family. None of that. You're not friends, bro.
Niggas
You're an employee. Y'all,
they want to be friends with him.
No, because you feel like you got a cool boss, but you got to remember that's y'all boss.
We talk about that shit all the time. Like I seen 4Extra interview with Trap where he was getting emotional. Like, man, I brought him to my hood. This nigga, that is your fault at the end of the day. Because Adam has shown who the fuck he is already. Y'all refuse to believe it. So when y'all be commenting us, oh, y'all give Adam a pat. Bro, we know who Adam is. He showed you who he is already. The nigga don't even believe in God. The nigga will sell his wife. Like, he don't care about nothing but the dollar, and y'all steady week after week after week after week. Oh, Adam ain't got no morals. Adam ain't got this. Adam don't care about what you care about. So for y'all to keep getting rage baited, that's the fuck on y'all,
and then
bro.
they gonna cry about, stop going up there crying about the white man. You blame it on the white man still. Them days is over with. Like, but hey, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, so, I mean, to me, Munchie shouldn't have got that motherfucking drunk. But in Munchie defense, that was his character up there, drunk Munchie. That made the ratings go up. But it is what it is, though. I mean, to me, I still think it's a play till it's not. I see Flacco say, oh, he left the group chat. They could be building anticipation. Y'all remember Adam said he was locked up in the feds the day we went up there. We're supposed to go up there with Brick. And y'all, nigga, is Adam really in jail? Niggas really texting me that shit. Oh, shit, Adam in the feds. You see that? You up there? I'm like, this why he do it. Y'all niggas fall for it every time.
And it's the internet, man. Believe damn near none of what you see.
That's why he keep running them plays. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody, man. Like the video, hype the video. Unless y'all got anything, I'm gonna say Rams Nation on the way to the Super Bowl. Y'all seen we got worked. Reckless, fuck the Seahawks.
Oh man,
fuck them Seahawks.
Still making a thing for
that bullshit ass 2-point conversion. That was the dead ball.
They let nigga come back 3 touchdowns.
Was crazy.
That was a dead. So was that not it, bro? He picked the ball up, and walked it to the ref. None of them niggas celebrated nothing, nigga. Come on, bro.
Before, all of that, all these excuses he making, y'all still allowed not Aaron Donald. What's the nigga name? Sam Darnold to come back. That was up like 30-something in the fourth quarter.
Sam Darnold been a joint, nigga. What you talking
Y'all
about?
let the nigga come back 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter with like 7 minutes left.
Sam Darnold's Sam Darnold been bad since SC. So that's my dog right there.
Them niggas trash though. But I'm gonna say this.
I'm gonna say that. I ain't never seen that before a day in my life.
Have you ever seen that type of play?
I don't know what's worse, the fumble with the Raiders and the Patriots, or that 2-point conversion when the ball gets swatted.
Hey, that's the Saints. That's the Saints get back, man. When y'all flag them niggas, they're supposed to go.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Anyways, all I'm gonna say is this. Never go against the family. That's it and that's all. That's my words for the day.
Man, like and subscribe, man. Viral way or no way. Y'all know what it is, man.
Y'all know what it is, man. Kylie got packed the fuck out today.
No, he didn't. Kylie good, man. He built for this shit.
Hey, Kylie got packed out
Kylie
today.
pick a side, not like game.
Y'all niggas got Kylie in his feelings right now, boy. That nigga over there emotional right now.
They called that nigga Myron.
Well, it's like niggas keep. Hey, every time.
Hey, hit that nigga with the Myron Gaines.
He started
Damn,
It's
cut
just
was straight
like,
for the hairline.
Because niggas light skin this, light skin that, but
That light skin shit
No,
get
I
to touch it, cuz.
No, I'm
I
just
mean-
saying.
Oh, that's where it started from.
Yeah.
I-
That's
that's
what I'm
what
telling you. I said,
I
nah,
said
that's
that
you.
light
Yeah,
skin.
I
He
didn't
do
say
his
niggas
shot.
I didn't even
choosing
catch
shit.
it.
Hey, the
Yeah.
Messiah on his dark skin team.
So
No,
then
I
dark
was
skin
saying
shit.
on some like game was more so like
no,
he's the
there's
less
no,
threatening.
there is no explanation for throwing that out there. To me personally, it's like, oh, you're light skin.
He's throwing a shot. Yeah.
Okay, so then, okay, you look like Myron
Kendrick said it.
Gaines.
Kendrick said it.
You look
in
like
the-
one of them Middle Eastern niggas, like, you feel me? I could
I
look
ain't
at
worried
y'all can
about
see
it.
my shit. My shit ain't laid like that. You
I
feel
got
me?
more bitches than you, nigga. and I'm
I'm a-
married.
I'm a
Nigga, I
nigga.
can say that right now.
I'm a nigga. I'm a nigga at the end of the day. I'm a
Let's
nigga at the end of the
slide, my
day.
nigga. Let's go.
I'm a nigga at the end of the day.
Man, no way, man.
Stop
Till
playing
next
with me.
time, man.
That's some inner child trauma right
Stop
there.
playing with me.
Ain't no handouts, I did it from the ground up. In the streets, thugging hardest where they found us. Got a problem, nigga, watch my troopers mount up. My bitches bang too, and you a lame though. You niggas ain't outside, yeah, we came through. You want your lights up, we put you on the shake.